Oh god, it still has us muted. Why is it still playing? I gotta fix that. Hi, Dega. Why am I hearing myself? Why am I hearing myself? Wait, why am I hearing myself? What's going on? Oh, I have the eye of the stream open. That's why. Are you there?
I'm here.
You're way over there. I think he's on the other side of the room, guys. Hey, chat, how's it going? We've got a Dag Outlaw with us, the author and passive. Well, he's a shit disturber. He's a good guy, especially when it comes to Babylon 5 books. So it goes the same thing as like Mags. We're going to be building his art from scratch and having a chat. So it's nice to see you guys all here. His link is pinned if you want to subscribe. Check out some of his work. Honestly, his voice and the way he does his videos is pretty soothing. So you should definitely check it out after the stream. Are you there, Beck?
Yes, can you hear me?
You are like very quiet. You literally sound like you're down a well, like Bart Simpson.
Better now?
A little bit more?
Is it better now?
Yeah. Now I can actually hear you. Because all I heard was like, yes, I'm over here.
Well, there's a thing with StreamYard. I don't know what it is, and I switch it, and I sometimes forget to put it back. You had the long intro, so I figured, I was going to listen to the music. So I switched the setting, and it changes my mic and speaker setting so I can actually hear it. I have to switch it back so you can hear me well. So I don't know why it does that.
Okay, you're the hand on my side, and I'm seeing the other logo on. Okay, just went back to the hand. Okay, there's like that was some weird ass shit going on right there. I'm confused as F right now. Yeah.
Arlena said it was nipple, so I sometimes if you switch, well, you know this, you switch your avatar.
I know. I'm new to YouTube. This is like my second stream. People are screaming. The women are screaming your name.
Ah, they're good people. Arlena did some work for me. You know that, right?
What do you mean work for you? Shot you?
She did voice acting for one of my commercials about 7 months ago. Did a fantastic job.
You had to put up with me for almost a year dealing with Babylon 5.
It was a pleasure, especially when you brought on guests.
Patricia Talman was a good one twice.
Yes,
I know. And then you struck your vengeance by making me pay import fees on 3 books.
Yes, but it was worth it.
Oh, most definitely it was worth it. So, thank you for giving me your time. I wasn't trying to grift you or anything.
No, I appreciate the offer. When it comes to banners and artwork, and I'm an amateur, very much so. It took me a year of doing things before I figured out how to make a PNG file. So yeah, I appreciate it.
No problem. So, are we looking for something in particular, or do you just want like the Hooters chicks holding your books up? Like,
nah, no, I don't go for that. Well, I gave you those 2 images. What he's doing, in case you guys didn't figure it out, I got onto Rumble. I'm starting to load stuff onto Rumble, and Rumble's banner sizes are different. Well, we could do YouTube too. Whatever comes out.
Then we can resize it later for Rumble. So hold on. Wait, that's my other tab. Hold on.
You guys in chat, I'm gonna trust I have my ideas in my head the way I like things, but I would prefer public. And this is why it was so easy to let Steven help me out. I prefer other people to tell me what's good and what's not when it comes to the image stuff.
So we hired a retard. That's the best.
Yes.
Yes. He hired a Canadian retard to handle the art projects.
Well, it's got to be better than what I can do.
Remember, I'm not. No, I'm going to make that joke yet. It's still too early in the stream. But yeah, it's been an interesting day. All right, so you have the 2 images you want to start with first. Now, the way this works, this is templates that I use, so I know the sizes for mobile, tablet, and desktop. So pretty much desktop's the whole gray bar, all 3 shades, while it goes down smaller and smaller. After that, once we get this done, we can probably cut out the edges and resize it, hopefully to fit within Rumble, because Rumble doesn't give us a straight answer when it comes to the banner sizes at all. Yeah, trust me, I've been looking for a while. So I'm gonna turn on some background music that isn't too loud. And which image do you want to start with first? And hello, chat and members and everyone else. Also, there's a community post because I'm thinking about renaming the members to something. So that's the subject. Well, that's pretty loud. What the hell?
Stranger Things.
It's a remix. That's copyright free. It's called Stranger Thing.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know why it was so loud.
Still has that 80s vibe to it, so that's all right.
Synthwave is the way to go. Hell yeah, it is. So it's up to you, sir. What do you want to start with first? Do you want?
All right. Well, let me ask those people in chat who've been to my channel. The picture on my channel is a banner of, and I own both of these images, of a guy holding a sword. And the other one is a banner of like a, it's a crow on a shelf with a crown.
On a crown, yeah. I'm just looking for it. Don't worry about it.
So whatever one you guys think is the better of the two, we'll go with that. Now remember, it's supposed to represent both sci-fi and fantasy, but I think I'm ending up doing more fantasy than sci-fi. This is the old one that you guys are used to. That's the full image. You guys see the cut down one that I have for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Arlena likes the sword, but she hasn't seen the crow one.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm just going to open up a new, and I think it'll be for this size. And we'll place length, because if we're going to do any cropping, I'm going to need multiple tabs. So let's find the crow. You can see
I don't mean to make you work too hard.
Oh, yeah, because I haven't left this computer today except to go to the bathroom and shower. Yeah, no, you don't make me work too hard. I was also in class today, so we'll rasterize this. This is the raven he's talking about on the crow. And then we have this dude right here, which I will probably delete and open a new tab with that one too, especially if we need to crop it. So no cancel. But yeah, so you're an author, eh?
That's what they say.
So are you like the Dear Abby letters, or like?
Actually, once upon a time, it started off. I wrote the ICD-9 codes back in what was it? 97. It's basically the code book that the United States used at the time. I know we use a world one now, but in 79 it was a code book where all the definitions, I did about a third of the definitions of medical disorders, and they would take those disorders or procedures to correct those disorders and match them with numbers. So when a doctor was working on you and they filled out to get reimbursed from the insurance, they would have those numbers. Well, I put in the diagnosis, the definition of the diagnosis for those codes. And that was first time I wrote. Very boring, I know. But I did get paid
boring.
Pretty good for that. And then, I just went about my business, and then retirement came too soon. And yeah, I started writing some sci-fi stuff that was in my head.
Oh, okay. And quickly, thank you to Darth Orlando for the 5 gifted memberships. I hope everyone got them. Zelda,
Yay!
yes. Thank you so much. Those BF5 streams were epic. Yeah, and they had to stop because Keith had real life stuff to deal with, and that's why it's still on hold. I still have the last show we were supposed to do still stuck waiting to go live, so that hasn't left.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while. Dig is impersonating me the other night. He's streaming our nipples. Oh God, you guys are all talking about nipples in my chat. This is crazy. Thank you so much, Arlena. Sorry I can't see the member chats yet. So okay, we got one image right now. And what is the chat said so far? So
let's see. Arwen likes the crow. I think
I'm just gonna save this.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just save this and close this.
Yeah, Arwen's yelling the crow several times, so that's gonna be it. I guess we'll go with that one.
All right, so we have this first. Okay, so we want the crow. Now the question is, do we want to do something a little different? And I just learned this technique today. It's probably a little weird for other people, so we're gonna do in here. All right, first we're gonna do is we're gonna choose T. Actually, no, wait, we're doing the wrong one. B, because we can still put both. You just don't want both images in there, right?
Right.
Are you sure?
If you have some sort of magic where you can make the two look like they work together.
I already did that. You didn't like it. It's all over.
Yeah, no, to me personally, I don't think I'd like it that much. But I'm a big fan of this image here, and I kind of like not messing with it.
All right. Well, first thing, okay, Control A, delete. Thank you. That's what we're gonna do. You want to use the full Adega Outlaw?
No.
What do you want?
The only reason why Outlaw shows up is two. One, I had to get a larger name for the YouTube channel. For like my Twitter, just Adega, but it was still too short, so I had to put an underscore at the end of that on Twitter, because once upon a time I was one of the first ones on Twitter, and they required that it have to have 6 letters. But then when it came to doing the book stuff, working with a regular publisher, they didn't care. It didn't matter. But Amazon and Barnes and Noble, they say, yeah, you have to have a first and a last name. So Outlaw it's around, it's on YouTube, but I just like Adega.
You want to know what's funny? I just picked up a Sharpie thinking it was my vape and tried to inhale.
You'd be feeling pretty good.
Hey, Jester, time prophet, long time sees. Yeah, I know. I don't need. I do. All right. It's good for matching colors. Yes, I know. So, let's just say you just want to use Adega for this, though, right?
Yeah, and they want the crow, so let's go back to the crow. Sorry.
Oh, well, we will. Trust me. But we're gonna. I actually uploaded all your fonts into my stuff. So I think one of them was.
The name is Earth Orbiter.
I have all of them. Yeah, I have literally all of them. I have the punch italic, gradient italic, bold, expanded, 3D. I have them all.
I usually use just the standard and the bold.
All right, so we'll go with the bold. All right, let's get rid of this one and nope, stop. There we go. All right, so now we got the Adega. So we can put this like right there, and we're going to put this image up here, and then we're going to add a secondary layer underneath. The next thing I'm going to do is do this, and bam.
Oh, cool.
So if you wanted to have something like that in the text, and that way it doesn't take away from the, if you want to do something like that.
Right, and that would only really be visible on laptops, but still, that turns out pretty cool.
Okay. Well, it's up to you. It's up to you what you want. So do you want something like this?
Nah, you guys tell me. I'm really open for suggestions. This is helpful.
You love that smart Sharpie smell. Thanks, Jester. I wasn't putting it up my nose. I was putting it in my mouth. Fat's poop. Before I forget, Arlena, thank you so much. I will most definitely give you the.
And yeah, this. Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
See, I know the line from watching the movie a few times, but with my mic setting like this, I couldn't hear any of that.
Okay. All right, so this is one option. We don't have to do this, and then we can go back to the crow and just do this. I got way too many images. Oh, yeah, have fun with it. Have fun with it, they say. All right, rasterize layer. Make sure it's not going to go wonky. But you want this the main based image, right? You want it for mobile or for the whole way across?
The whole way across. What I did with the one that I have on YouTube, I made it for the whole way across, but I put the lettering in the center, so if it narrowed down for a mobile, it would fit. You'd still be able to read it. But my lettering's pretty small.
Okay.
I had all the different titles listed, but I'm thinking maybe that's a bad idea. Just have
It was a
author.
lot of text. Yes, author would be a lot more bold because then they would actually like, what is he an author of? And that would make them go to your videos. Putting
See,
too much information might deter them because it might not be what they want. You want to have that intrigue, right? That you want a strong font on the top that maybe you want to represent powerful, and then use the same type of font, but you can use a different type underneath that is just as powerful but doesn't take away from the name they're looking at, which is going to be a Vega. I watch way too many Photoshop videos now. I am so sorry. But that's how
Don't apologize. See, this is why I appreciate this, because you're doing for me what I couldn't do for myself. And you know more than I do about this. You say you're an amateur. Don't.
I am an amateur.
Yeah,
I am.
Everyone lines up to have you do their stuff.
They don't line up. A lot of the stuff I do when I can't fall asleep and I do it for fun. Some of it's requests, like the ones I posted this morning for all those guys. I just did it for fun. No one asked for them.
You just said request.
No one requested them. I do them for fun because I can't sleep at night.
Who's using your stuff?
Culture changed his banner finally. I know.
See?
There's 6.
See?
Arwen, Arlena, Daryl, and I guess it's the back 2.
So
Aussie Star Wars nerd. Yeah, I guess so. Olive Park Place and Valiant Renegade, but I'm not here to toot my own horn, right?
Yeah, but you're free. They're taking advantage of you. You should have charged them a nickel.
If I charged them a nickel, it still wouldn't matter. It still wouldn't matter. No. Okay, no. I want to crop this. That is not what I want. Okay, the artboard has to go away. You have to go. No. And I still have moments where I screw up, so hold on. Here we go.
Well, if you didn't, I'd worry. Maybe you're AI.
I am not AI. Only my images are. Okay, that's doing it backwards. Why are you being a douchebag right now? All right, hold on. Delete artboard. Artboard only. There we go.
Ta-da!
There we go. So we can try to crop this. Just to be the Raven.
Now that fits. I like that one a lot because the first fantasy book that I had, there's a crow that's fairly prominent in the story.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a secondary character of its own, and it has, there's royalty and all the other stuff. And this image was so good, I said, you know what, sold. So I bought it.
See, there is a trick here. We can put this in the middle for now. And if we don't like it, we can stretch it out sooner. So hold on a second, let's do this.
Gotcha.
If I missed anyone in the chat, I do apologize. What do you prefer more, fantasy or sci-fi? Beep, beep, hey, who's your X-Wing and X-Wing? Yep, X-Wing put it on his Twitter profile. I just remember that. All right, so.
I don't have a particular favorite, to be honest with you.
You have no book series that you ever go back to? You just read over and over again?
No. I every time I read a book, I'm done with it. I write the date inside on the back page so I know when I finished it. But I don't read them again. The only time I've ever thought about doing that is I may go back and reread the Witcher stuff.
Yeah.
But nah. I haven't. Maybe Charles Dickens. I might go back and read his stuff again. No. It's been a long time since I read Great Expectations. That's what really got me into reading to begin with, was that book.
What? No, Control Z. Don't make it a rectangle. This thing is finicky as hell sometimes.
I see that. You're having fun.
Yeah. This program. Hey, Guilty Gaming, how you doing? Will suck you in, and you don't even realize you wasted 4 hours. Actually, the Photoshop fill. Okay, I haven't learned all this stuff yet. Time Profit. So you're talking some stuff I haven't done yet. I'm still learning Photoshop. Appreciate it though. It's like I'm still learning Fill Tool and all that stuff. So I'm doing everything manually, like a first-year high school student at this point.
No, I use paint.net for my YouTube stuff. free program.
I use PicMonkey. Yeah, same kind of thing. All right, so we want
Yeah, I saw that, Orc. They're trying to edit everything for modern sensitivity. Well, it basically 87 and I can't remember the other one. It just points the finger
Orwell,
right at
right?
these people.
Orwell, yeah, they're trying to rewrite
Yes.
Orwell 84. Like, hey, if we rewrite it, you didn't write it the first time. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that's not normal.
It's basically exactly what he was trying to point out that someday would happen. They tell you left is right and up is down, and you're told enough that you will actually start to believe it.
All right, there we go. So you'll have the rounded edges going to tablet, and then I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to duplicate this one more time. That's going to be not spelling rectum. For anyone who was wondering, because as much as Adega wants to check my rectum.
Yep, Miss Bella, that's the rumor. What is it?
They had it today.
Penguin.
So, yeah.
Penguin was gonna do that. I ran into some of that early on with a publisher that I was working with. It wasn't the publisher themselves. It wasn't the owners. They were great people, but they had assigned me a couple of editors, and they were trying to rewrite my stuff for their modern sensibility, and I pretty much gave them the finger.
Dude, that's crazy. I'm like that. I hate that modern audience crap is the biggest cancer in media right now.
Yep, and you would think that it was bad writing for, say, like Ray and those things that we're seeing in the movies, where they're the Mary Sue, where they come out all powerful without any training. But that's done on purpose. It's not bad writing per se. It's as in they don't know any better. It's bad writing because that's exactly what they wanted, and they were trying to do that for this fantasy series, the one I got hired for. They were trying to do the same thing for that. Take the growth pattern of years for this one character in the book, well, actually 3 of them, and the 2 females, they wanted them to make them as perfect as possible from the very jump, and the boy had to be a pervert, and I said no, and all the men had to have vile motivations, and I said no, and they weren't happy with me, and I wasn't happy with them, and it was terrible. Still think the publisher, the owners were awesome people. They are awesome people, but editors were grifters. Yeah, I guess that's a good word.
Oh, so they're members of my channel.
Yeah. The thing is they got paid by how much work they did, and it didn't matter how terrible they were. As long as they were producing stuff, they would submit a thing that needed to be paid for, and it was always crap. Give you an idea of some of the other stuff they did, and I thought this was funny. In that first fantasy book, I described a part where an army, this is a medieval army, had traveled 40 miles in a day. Now we're talking wagons, horseback, on foot, they did a 40-mile march. And they're telling me, no, that can't happen. There's no way. So I sent them an article about the British special, just the regular army forces, where they had full gear and marched 20 miles in 5 hours on foot. And I said that, I just showed them the article, and they weren't happy with me to prove them wrong. There was a bunch of things like that. They're ridiculous. There was a girl sitting on a hill watching the army come in from about 10 miles away. And I said, well, that's ridiculous because you can't see past 3 miles because of the curvature of the earth. And I just said, you guys are morons, just absolute morons. I used to sit on the beach in California. We'd look at Catalina Island, which was 25 miles away. And that was without a hill.
Damn.
Just morons, just morons.
All right, you have an idea of color for your word? for your name so it pops out. We'll put author in afterwards.
You pick. You guys pick. I'm at your mercy.
We need some. Please don't say that. The chat's going to be crazy. You already got Decepticon
Well,
trying to make me call him daddy, and it's not going to happen.
With my name, I prefer it to be more of a with like the lettering, something that is on the futuristic type thing. Maybe the white isn't bad. If it had like
that's the base
shadow or something, you know.
That's the base color. If you want it, well, like you can pick your favorite color. This is you, right? This channel art is you. So, what is your favorite color?
My favorite color is cobalt blue. But I'm colorblind, so I just assume what color. You look at the hand, you know, I like my hand.
Cobalt blue.
But it's got, you know, if you guys could see it, that's the big thing.
Composition of cobalt blue. Okay, color swatch. Got it. All right, let's go back here. Cancel. But Prophet, thanks for the advice. And I'm not trying to be dismissive. I just know jack shit when it comes to certain things that I haven't learned yet. So bear with me on that one. So,
all right, Aaron, what colors set the mood most for my books, or the mood for them? When it comes to the sci-fi one, it would have to be the most reoccurring images of color it's the complete color. It'd be like a glowing white, but some of the colors of the universe, so that's really doesn't matter. With the fantasy, it's set in a highly forested, most of the time forested area, so a forest green type thing. But being colorblind, I think I see 16 colors is what they matched. And you also have color in your peripheral vision that goes out to 32 degrees, where if you're looking at a spot straight ahead, your peripheral vision could see out 32 to 40 degrees worth of color. I see it around 5 degrees, so I have to be looking right at it to see color.
mm-hmm.
So picking things is, you know, colors is difficult. See, that looks cool to me.
Like that, or do you want
either one of those? Yeah, I like that.
Because we could do is leave it. Okay, well, we could do it like that.
It looks too dark.
It looks too dark. That's the actual
Yeah.
cobalt blue right there. So it's the full one. I'm just using a gradient, which I can then
Right.
re-switch the angle. Instead of reflect, we can make it linear. Make this Control A to 90. Make it scale.
But in purple, I'm stunning.
Don't let her choose colors. She'll just choose pink. Don't let her choose colors.
No, you remember that line.
I'm trying to remember that.
It's a Babylon 5 line.
It's been so long. I got to rewatch it. I've been diving into Picard season 3, and I've been watching DS9.
Well, it was on, I think it was the first season. Londo's drunk off his butt at a party, and he looks at Mr. Garrett with Baldy and says, "You're rather cute for a human. You're cute too, and you're cute. We're all cute." But in purple, I'm stunning. One of my favorite lines from Londo.
I miss that stuff. I might have to watch it again. All right. What do you think of this so far? Because you said you like kind of like cobalt blue, but you like the metallic, right? You said futuristic.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Is it that? You can always change it later if you don't like the drop shadow. We can bring that back down to here. Nope. Yeah, this one. This one. That's all right. Okay, I'm gonna get yelled at by artists. Still think that. Where is it? This one? No, it is. Come on,
You
where
know,
is
a
it?
cool thing about being colorblind, Arwen, is I am never fooled by camouflage. I've had people want me to go out and spot for them when I go hunting because I could spot deer easier than other people. And I had eye surgery too that was supposed to correct a problem with my eyes.
That's what I was going to ask.
it didn't correct that problem, but what it did do, it gave me 2010 vision.
What is 2010 vision?
I could see twice as far as the average person.
Oh shit.
Up close, I don't see very well. After the surgery, I used to see pretty good up close, but it ruined that. But at a distance, I can see really far, and the color blindness allows me to see really good in dark and past camouflage. My dad told me a story about this. So you guys know, I don't know if you do, but most people that have heard me talk before about my parents, my dad had lied about his age, joined the military early in World War II, and he was in line, and some guy was talking to him, says, yeah, they're going to reject me. I'm colorblind. They don't want me. And because he was being drafted. My dad volunteered, but this draftee, he goes up and says, yeah, I'm colorblind. And the sergeant who was taking him in immediately said, oh, we got a colorblind spot. We got a camouflage spotter. Send him to the front line. So he thought he was going to be rejected, but he became very valuable.
All right, so wrong one. We can try this with a black. Like if you don't like the white, we can try it with a black, a navy, a camel, a red, an orange, and green. So you were right about the forest green. So
black or green, whichever looks the better of the two.
Well, we could just try this and change this to a.
Just don't make it a rainbow.
I'm not going to make it a rainbow. I'll use the Bud Light color scheme. Will that work better for you?
Only if you supply the dress.
No, I'm not wearing no dress. That's never going to happen here. That's not my point. No, bro, no. No, this Bud's for you. No, I don't think that Bud's for me. I really don't think so. Okay, maybe it's because it's not at a 90. Red? Can I, where's my drop shot? Oh, it's on color dodge. No wonder I can't see shit. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I think Apollonie is intrigued by it, but Arwen says no dress.
I am not wearing a dress. Neither of you. No, y'all get those.
What about a kilt with frills on the bottom?
Oh, frills. Yeah, that makes it. Knee-high socks while I'm at it, and a sweater vest and all that. Yeah, that sounds great. A dag. Hold on, let me get that video. No. It's this dude's for you. Yeah,
I thought that
no.
screws you up.
All right, we'll leave this okay for now. So what I will do is.
She's begging. Look at Apollonie's disappointed. Oh, come on.
I am not wearing a dress. There's not enough money in the world. There's definitely not. No fucking way. All right, so we have the original image still there. So we have this one right here. So we can try some other things, maybe. If you want to keep the crow at most, so what we could try doing. I'm hoping Time Prophet's cringing right now, going, "This guy's a noob," and I'm like, "You should see me in the online editor. It's worse." And I'm only highlighting. You're not getting a GoFundMe for Steven. No.
It'll be nice.
No, well, no. Y'all are fucking weird. Y'all are fucking weird.
I like that stripe. That looks cool.
Oh, good. Hopefully it works out the way I want it to.
Actually, that whole thing looks really cool. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
It fades out the back a little too much, doesn't it?
Yeah. For right now, I'm just trying to keep it as it is because that stripe can be a medium for me, but it's not over yet because then I can just do this.
Now you're getting sick of Apollonie. That thing has stains on it.
I'm not wearing Monica Lewinsky's dress. Y'all are fucking weirdos. I love you, but you're weirdos. No. Okay, so we could do this. Oh, that's weird. We still want the bird to highlight though. That's the thing. So what we could do is just take that over there. What did he? Holy shit! Why do we have so many sponsors? What just happened? It would probably give me a nice breeze.
It's not good for Canadian winters, though.
Yeah, because I don't leave the house ever. I really don't after lockdowns. That's the thing. I don't like dealing with people at all. I just can't stand them. And it's no offense to people. I just can't. I'm meeting one person who's a member and been supporting this channel for a while, and I think that's near the end of April. And that's Christian DeLorme. And he's actually coming up here with his wife, and we're going out for dinner and beers. And I think that's the first person I've met off YouTube.
Well,
ever.
you're getting out, so that's good.
Oh yeah, I'm getting out. The bar's like literally 5 minutes away, and the Burrito Boys is where I'm going to have my panic attack in their vehicle. Y'all ain't right. Y'all are perverts. All right. Okay, let's put this back down to normal. Let's hope it works. There we go. See what I did?
I saw what you did. That's
That way-
pretty cool.
So now we can keep the bird same color.
Give him the
And
bird.
If you don't want the blues, we can get rid of the blues. Hey, Buttcrack, how you doing? It's nice seeing all you guys here. We have 21 people here. Hope you guys are smashing that like before you unsub. Because of that mental image of my dress. Thanks
It'll
to
be a
all
pretty
the women with the fetishes right now. It's great. Thank you guys. Make me feel good. Oh, we should probably say hi to Rumble. Hey, Rumble. Lord Shax, how you doing? I'm drawing for work right now, watching another guy draw. What's wrong with you? Nothing. So yeah, we're doing this we're streaming on Rumble and YouTube at the same time.
I should look at the Rumble. I don't have it up.
I'm up to 301 followers right now. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
FAT-STEVEN. Strangely, I get out a lot and only met one person from Canada, even though I have relations in Leamington, Canada. Never heard of that place. They ain't wrong. Free ball in a dress. It'd be free balls. I have 2. Last time I checked, I had 2. Oops, I shouldn't have put Steven in a dress on Twitter. Irate? Thank you. At least it's not in front of 3,500 people like I did at Valiant yesterday.
But he looked good in a furry suit.
He did. Same with Dan Bass. Dan Bass looked like a furry suit, too. All right. Actually move this up now. And so, chat, if this looks good so far, press 1. If it doesn't look good, I don't care. So what we can try to do is match where the line is and have the line go like that. And we'll use like a different kind of text, maybe like a cursive or one of your other favorite fonts as author, and have it go as a diagonal across the dagger. But
yeah, the Evanescence or Everness.
Evanescence,
I don't know
or
if
what's
that,
called?
the Evanescence. I don't know if that one's too rough though. Probably
It shouldn't be. We can
the
always.
Felix might look better, but who knows?
Honestly,
That does look good, doesn't it?
it really does.
Those of you who've gotten my Blood Witch book, and the second Blood Witch book is out now on Barnes and Noble. If you get it, the newer ones, I had to put the hammer down on a few things. The fonts actually came out, so you'll see this font for chapter titles in there. I really like that font.
This is actually a really professional thought. I was actually impressed by the one you were using for Dega, the Earth Bold, because that's something it has like a cyberpunk feel to it.
Actually, my artist found that, and I fell in love with it. But this one I found.
I like it because
She-
it has like a Diablo feel to it, something with the little swishes. I do appreciate.
Yeah.
Hey, Memes, how you doing?
F's on that are super cool. Capital F, or yeah, they look really, really cool.
It's funny that we're using 2 A's in your name, so we can definitely just put we can make the crow drunk if you want. Just call it AA or
It's spilled over a
CAA
bottle
for
there,
Crows, Alcoholic Crows Anonymous or something. But the one thing I want to try now is before everything else is grab these two. Let me change the music before this gets really repetitive for people going, why is it only Stranger Things? Why is it only Stranger Things? We'll just switch out of it to this one.
It's appropriate.
You guys really do like the art stuff. This has just been a pastime for me. Well, you're technically an artist of words, right? So
they tell me. You know what's funny?
Definitely
when
not
I
my
went through
jokes.
college, I ran into this. They're always talking about how women are discriminated against. Well, I got into it was I think my first semester in at Fullerton, and I had this writing class, which was prereq, and so I'm riding along, and I had not the woman I married, not my wife, but I had a girlfriend. Had 3 at the time, but this one girlfriend, she was very very good at doing writing, and she was straight A with all of her writing classes, and I got a D on my first writing project. Then I got
wait,
an F.
Daga got some D? Really?
Yes, I did.
You don't get the
not
joke,
that
do you?
kind, no. Grade kind.
Can someone clip that he said yes? There's a clip somewhere in my shit, dude. Someone clip that for me. I need that.
But she decided. Well, she was trying to help me. She goes, "But it all works. It shouldn't be getting that." So she decided she wrote the next article, and I turned it in with my name on it, and she gave me an F. At that point, we realized that my instructor, she was bigoted against men. And then I ran into graduate school as well, where my son was being born. I had to take a makeup exam, and I failed it, even though I got everything right. I went to the instructor, and she says, "Well, you took the makeup exam?" And I says, "Yeah," and I passed it. She goes, "Yeah, but you took the makeup exam. That's why you failed the class." So that did make sense to me. I went to he's basically the president of the school, and he says, "Well, she's dean of the department. I just refer back to her." So I had to take the class again, even though I did everything right. It was flat out discrimination. We knew that because she was dating one of the students, a female student. So I don't want to go on because that female student got kicked out of school, and bad things happened. It was just,
No, I just meant details about weird shit.
She just brought in her what would it see? Misandry and hatred towards men, and pretty much took it out on whoever she thought was an appropriate person to take it out on, and I was the one for that class.
Damn. If Daga's getting spicy, yeah, with the D's and the F's.
I didn't do anything bad, but I had a colorful background in some regards. Now, once upon a time, I guess I was a pretty good-looking guy. I was playing a video game, 17. We had the arcade still in the mall, and I was by myself, and this girl ran up and grabbed me by the shoulder, and she says, "How old are you?" I didn't think anything of it. I'm just an innocent guy. And I said, "No, I'm 17. So she ran off, and I got back to playing a game. I think it was Crazy Climber, because I love that game. And
Crazy Climber.
It's an old arcade game. Starts with K instead of a C, Crazy Climber. But it was like 2 minutes later, I started getting hands everywhere. I mean, I was being groped and grabbed all over the place. And I turned around, and there were 6 girls that were trying to do things to me, and then I got propositioned by each of them, and then propositioned as a group. And I said, no, I just want to get back to playing my video game. I didn't want to join their pregnancy cult. So, yeah.
You sure? Pregnancy cults, I think, are in, aren't they?
Nah, they were in the 80s. Actually, they were, believe it or not. There were groups of these girls where they would band together and they would challenge each other who would get pregnant first. I think that's what these girls were. But man, I had never been violated like that. Jeez.
You're still smiling. I can hear you on camera.
No, it wasn't pleasant.
Okay, my apologies. It was not pleasant.
No.
After 5 minutes.
Yeah. Don't
stop. What?
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't
lower,
stop.
Lower.
I didn't have to
That's
say
my
that.
wallet.
They were already there. So yeah.
Damn. This is really not. Okay, I want to get this.
Yeah, Time Profit. It really did. The child support started hitting right after that. They started nailing these guys, and here these guys thought they were big studs, but they'd have 6 kids all the exact same age, and yeah, that wasn't good.
I've been more worried about them, like you constantly getting letters and phone calls from Jerry Springer. They'd be like, "Hi."
But it was the 80s. Things were different back then. They were better.
Come on me. I'm just trying to find what complements this color. Do you have another favorite color besides blue? The cobalt blue?
Well, there was the forest green. Or greens, which would match a lot of the theme of the book. There's a lot of books up until the last one of the Blood Witch series. There's going to be 5 in all. There's a lot of forest stuff.
So you're in the bush. Sorry.
No, trees.
I'm sorry.
There's a difference.
I meant to say forest.
I know what you were saying,
but it came out as bush. You could have played it off like a band, though. I'm sorry.
I could.
Yeah, I'm not going to change. Supposedly, I'm creepy, by the way. Did you hear this story today? I'm creepy for quoting Zoolander. Yeah. You saw the clip too, right? Yeah, I'm supposedly creepy for So that guy got I get it. Maybe it comes across creepy or whatever, but I was just like, okay, that's cool. It's kind of made my day a whole lot easier.
Give me just a second. I need to let the dog out of this room.
That's not a penis
Don't
joke,
take that. No, don't.
Okay, well, see, I'm quicker than you. See, he's streamed with me before. He knows. I was glad I was part of the pullout gang. I don't want to hear it. Wolverine. Come on, no. Come on, guys. You guys, thanks for being here both on both platforms. Shax, if I haven't seen you talking, I do apologize. Hey, Arlena. Arlena's the first actual subscriber to the Rumble channel, which is awesome.
Right. I still have to learn how that works.
I can eventually teach you one day.
Well, I have videos on there, but I don't
live streams work better.
Yeah, but I don't do live streams. You know that. I do it on other people's channels, not on my own.
Well,
go ahead. Saw you.
All right, so if we don't like the red, let's go for green.
See, that stands out more.
Yeah, it does. That's the satin levels, and I think I'm gonna have to switch it to normal. Actually, we'll probably get rid of satin in general and just do the color overlay and switch that up to that. Maybe make it a bit brighter.
That really stands out.
Yeah, that's from my other work. I have it set. I usually set my stuff as default when I'm working on one image, and then it still carries over. So I have to fix that. So I'm just going to.
Oh,
yeah, that's not what I. Oh my god, this is getting. It's being weird. So since you must do a lot of reading. I hate saying that because the author was bringing up books, but do you have a favorite series?
if it's fantasy, I do like Sapkowski's the Witcher stuff. I haven't read Lord of the Rings, believe it or not. When I was younger, my sister handed me The Hobbit, and I hadn't finished the encyclopedia yet, so I put it away and I never picked it up again. But for fantasy, yeah, it'd be Sapkowski. The sci-fi stuff, give me just a sec, I can't remember his name offhand. I love his series. One sec. I have a rotating bookshelf. Ian Douglas. He does Space Marines, which I haven't read, but he also does Space Carrier, which I have read. There's 8 books in that series. It's a very cool series, but it's really, really hard sci-fi. It's very... some people would probably be bored of it because it has a heavy science side to it.
Like more gobbledygook you find in TNG that most people wouldn't get, right? Like that kind of style.
Kind of, yeah. Actually, Arwen, I didn't even start it. Like I said, I was reading through the encyclopedia. When I start reading something, I don't give it up until I finished. But in that case, I did give it up when I somewhere the S or T area. I can't remember. It's been a long time. Don't be disappointed. I don't think I'll ever pick it up. The problem with picking things up now, and you guys say this, I've seen you people say it, and I hear other people have said it, and they do it all the time, that everything's already been done. It's just retelling the same story. And for that reason, I don't deliberately read, like I haven't read any Frank Herbert, these big names, because I don't want people to assume that I'm picking up their stories and retelling them. I can't do that.
You don't want to get it. You don't want to get manipulated by other people's works when you're trying to come up with your own concepts.
Not just that, and I don't want to be accused of it either.
That I understand. What am I trying to figure out? So we just have the middle so far. I got to figure out the color schemes for everything else. So I'm thinking I'm good at tape.
When I say you people, it doesn't include orcs.
Orc is good people. He's a survivor of Valiant Renegades. Constant.
He must be good people then.
Oh yeah, especially when he gets muted and banned from the channel by accident. That was funny. So
it's worth it to have done just once. I was Magitech's first banned from her channel. I did it on purpose.
What did you do?
I just, she was on one of her first live streams. I think it was either first or second. And she was saying that she had never timed anyone out. And I kept saying, you gotta time me out. Yeah, and I kept throwing out things. And finally it was done as a joke more than anything.
Whoa, that is way... I'm way off. Hold on a second. I got a rectangle problem right here. There we go. 22, 57, 427, and this is 25, 24. There we go.
Valiant may be an Orcist, but he has Orcic tendencies.
I do agree.
One of those love-hate things. He loves and hates himself.
But he's also a great content creator, good friend, and he's a great dad and husband from what I've seen.
Yeah, he's got a great voice for it, too.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, just checking my messages quickly to make sure I'm not getting yelled at. I'm not getting yelled at.
That's one of the things. I've met very few people that don't really like. Once everyone understands that, people will say or type things in chat that, and you were describing it earlier, but as an adult, you should realize when someone types or writes something or says something, it doesn't necessarily always mean the way you take it. And you need time to evaluate things because anger or upset is a choice. And like the guy earlier, he just lost a supporter because he was being dumb. You know, so people can get away with a lot with me because I'm pretty laid back. So I haven't met very few that I would not be able to hang out with at one point or another.
Yeah, there's always misunderstandings and stuff, but like my intention with anyone is never to like irritate their ass unless they deserve it. At the end of the day, I just try to make people laugh, and not everyone's gonna get it. So yeah, I understand that.
Right. Any advice for writing exposition scenes? I don't like exposition scenes. Exposition scenes are sometimes needed, in my opinion, but I try my best to do it to get the information out, mostly by foreshadowing or setting up things long before. That way, when it comes to some place where you think you need to do exposition, there's very little explanation that needs to be done. I try hard at that. That's one of the things that I think I've learned to do fairly well at too. But if it's exposition, it's got to do more than just tell. It's got to paint an image that is secondary to the exposition, where you're trying to explain the scene, you're trying to explain what had happened in the past, what's going on now, the setup, whatever. The way it's worded, it has to tell two things. You use it not just to paint the scene, but also to paint an emotion.
Mm-hmm.
And to also, and people who've heard me talk about this too. People learn in three different ways. You either hear, you see, or you feel. When you describe things with things of emotion, certain people will learn that better than any other way. Or you describe things using sound language, like hear or it made a noise, or those type of things, people learn it. Or when you talk about heady things, he thought, he understood, she was able to grasp, those type of words, other people will learn. So if you're doing an exposition, as long as you can use that to paint your scene in all three different angles, as well as bringing into more of an emotional connection on the more important part of that scene, then I think the exposition would be a lot better instead of just one of those tell not show type things. But I that's one of those things I really try and avoid as much as I can. The last week I did have an exposition chapter. If you wanted to hear how I do it, go to chapter 51 on Sunday, and you'll hear some exposition in there. I do a time jump. It goes 40 years in the future, so I have to kind of do exposition, but I try my best to bring in emotion. So anyway, hopefully that helps.
I think it does for me. I'm just listening, man. You talk, people listen. You're
Well,
like
I know.
His teeth.
I know Project's trying to get some work done. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. See, I'm a visual, but I understand other people are other ways. So when you hear me talk, I'll see and this, mostly visual type things, but it's a deliberate effort when I write to make sure that I do the sound and the emotion as well. But I'm interested to see what Josh comes up with when he's done. Yes, I name dropped you.
He made the FAT-STEVENSEAGAL avatar for me. That guy's talented.
Ah.
Project Story. No, not Project Story Time. Time Profit. I got the name mixed up. Oh, I didn't even see Project there. Hey, Project. Sorry, I'm looking at the Photoshop, guys. I gave up being an orcist. I play guitar instead.
Yeah, no, I would encourage you. You don't have to know the story at all, Josh, but Sunday I dropped chapter 51 and 52, but if you listen to chapter 51, you'll see how I do it. Or you can hear how I do it. I should say it that way. You know, Arlena, that's the hardest thing. There are days when I don't want to write, and I find that for me, Mozart changes that. But if I'm gonna do stuff with the fantasy series, I'll pick up like Celtic music or Lorena Marquette, you know, things that tend to paint a kind of a mood that's more Celtic. Some soundtracks from the Witcher games, those type of things. It helps to put my mind into a rhythm to where the words will start coming out again. And for the science fiction stuff, I always go to co.ag. Always. Sometimes I'll use it for the fantasy stuff too, because he's done some fantasy work and given it to me. But sci-fi, it's always his stuff. Yeah, that's co.ag. His stuff is instrumental. Every once in a while he has some words in it, but not a lot. No problem with it? You got some work to do. I don't care how many words are in my stuff. As long as I tell my story, then that's what it is what it is. A lot of people go by word count. I don't care. The only time I actually use it is page count when it comes to getting the books printed. But and you're not uncommon, Time Prophet. A lot of people do. I would say the vast majority do word count, but I've never cared about it. He's got good. The couple albums that came out for the Babylon 5 Arwen are really good. He's got some good stuff in there. It's interesting to hear how you get the music for certain scenes, but when you hear the whole song, it says a different story than just the little clips that they use for the battle scenes or for the opening credits or those type of things.
All right, so we got this.
Another good one, Arwen. I don't know if you listen to this, Arwen, but to find a clean cut's a little difficult, but the Stargate Universe, that soundtrack I thought was amazing. Last Kingdom soundtrack. Never heard that one.
Never heard that one either.
Another good fantasy one that I do, and this is old, but you can get the whole album, and I do like it, is Morrowind. Elder Scrolls Morrowind. It's very cool. Very, very cool. The way they did the theme, they use the same theme for each one, but they're written, done in different pacing, different key. But the Morrowind one, I think, is my favorite. I don't think it's ever been done. Project Storytime, one long sentence for a book. You can try it. I don't think it'll go very well. It'll go a really long way, but whether or not it'll be popular is a different story. I think the biggest single grammatically correct sentence I saw was a thick paragraph, real long paragraph, and it made sense, but it was just one big paragraph, one sentence.
That's the wrong one. Why is it deleting that? Oh, that's right. Well, that is not doing what I want it to do.
Remind me of that, because I will forget, Arwen. I am notorious for forgetting things like that. There's a group, they have different concerts and Celtic women. I like a lot of that stuff. Gets the Irish in me going. Even though it's Celtic. Could be Scot or Irish or, I don't know. But I do like it.
Why am I messing up here? This is supposed to be right there. Like I've messed something up now.
Start over.
No, I don't want to start over, but
I'm teasing you.
This one, oh no, check Control 8B. All right, cool. We can get rid of that one. Don't we have? Okay, so we have the Author Adega, that's fine. We have the Cobalt 4 screen, that doesn't bother me. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. No, go back. Thank you. Yeah, we're just taking the whole image out of there. No, stop moving other shit. Thank you. Let's go get rid of that.
Did it look that bad, Awesome One?
What looked bad?
Well, it's the image, the way it came out. He said, it's always a bird with a crown. He thought it was an astronaut.
I think he just says weird shit for the hell of saying weird shit.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, where's my image? Well, where'd that one go? Oh, no. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. I'd like to get it lined up, please. Thank you. Usually I have an idea, but like I'll say one thing, the crow picture is one of the harder ones I've had to deal with, but it's not like it's a bad thing.
Just a new challenge. Something to grow on. I don't think he was joking. He probably thought it did look like an astronaut.
No, it looked like blue. It looked like an astronaut. I don't know where you got the astronaut from.
I wonder if they'll ever have animated banners for these things.
That's one thing I was hoping that eventually YouTube would implement. Would be like animated emojis, like the way Twitch does, or something along that line.
And MySpace used to do that too. You could animate it any way you wanted.
It's just getting harder and harder to do that shit. Then I got the crown being a penis again.
Man, there's the dirt in the back.
That's the thing. You get to get. Whoa! What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Was it smoothing that's being a bitch? Yeah, I think it's smoothing.
Sparkly sausages and Twinkies.
But Arwen's back in the chat.
Yeah, she said if she ever had an animated banner, she'd have sparkles all over it.
I don't know how to. Would they be together or would they be separate?
The Twinkies and the sausages?
Yeah, would they like duke it out?
Yeah, it'd be sword fighting. Actually, that's a lot of the imagery that I liked about it, Whitechapel. You kind of got what I was thinking. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about one of the kind of a secondary character is a crow in the fantasy book. Her name is Fee, and a mage is able to get it to talk. It shows that the bird is, and any of you who know birds, you know they're pretty intelligent. But he was
They're
able
assholes.
to. Some are.
Well, what was the one that hit Fabio in the head on the roller coaster?
I had no idea. I hadn't
Was
heard
it a
about that.
seagull
That
or
sounds
was
awesome.
it a goose? I think it was a goose that hit Fabio in the head. Okay, geese. Yeah.
Oh, what a good day that must have been.
Like, I know there's been stories. I think it was one in Canada's Wonderland. That's if you're from Canada, you know what I'm talking about. There was this, I think, this family taking a family photo, and the seagull just swooped down at the little girl, and the beak got kind of implanted in her forehead. I think it was. He got hit by a goose. Yeah, that's the one. Goose. Thank you. There's a video of it somewhere, but it's more like news broadcasts than anything else.
That's funny.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Birds are actual smart. Go ahead.
No, it's just they tend to be pretty smart, and this one plays kind of a part in the story. It's basically if you had an eye in the sky in medieval times, that's what this bird becomes.
I was thinking Cheshire cat style bird. I don't know why. Like the same attitude as a Cheshire cat.
No, but it's also a harsh reality type of thing where the sensibilities of humans, protect life, this and that and the other, where the birds say, people come and go all the time. You just die. It's part of life. You run, you eat, that's the bird's idea. So they had to deal with that. Gosh, you're getting into real detail.
You're lucky I'm ADHD, otherwise I would have said fuck it and just put like the crows from the Song of the South on here going, "Take outlaw." Birds are assholes. There are like AI tools that can do it all for you, but again, they're not always 100% dead on and will get rid of most of an image. And I don't like when it does that. Yes, I know you can like adjust it and stuff, but there's something kind of soothing. It's like a Where's Waldo game with this kind of stuff. I used to love Where's Waldo's or word searches because you want to like try to find as many things as possible. I don't know if there's anyone in the chat or even yourself that used to color in all the O's of the word or in textbooks. My God.
No.
I did it. I don't know. Couldn't stop.
I never did much coloring or paint arts, those type of things.
Where's that coming from? Is that from this? No. Okay. See, but now when you zoom out, the crown actually looks.
Right.
Yeah. OA doesn't do one. What? Do what your brain wants. If I did that, I'd probably enjoy it. You would get nicer lines if I used the pen tool. It's hard to use, but well worth it. Yes, I know. But if I go by pixel, it'll take forever. Stop backseat photoshopping. I swear to God, I will come in that chat and do nothing. Pauline said, I'm reading a story about crows, but they are human representation of the goddess Skuld or Schooled. Thank you, Prophet. I'm just being a dick. This is pretty much my training, right?
I don't know. I'm just admiring it. I think it's cool.
I don't know what it is. There's something soothing about doing stuff like this. It's like relaxing in a way. It's like doing a reverse puzzle. And Prophet, hopefully don't get offended. I'm sorry. I'll make a disclaimer right now. If I make a joke, I'm not actually villainizing you. I've had enough people get be mean.
He
And
had a rough morning.
I don't have time for little betas. I'm not calling Prophet one. I have no time for betas that can't understand sarcasm, because I am 99% sarcastic. Trust me.
Yes.
Yeah. People always have to second guess what I'm saying, if it's legit or not. Appreciate the advice though too, dude. I'm not reading right now. No. Although no footsteps in a video game pisses me off, especially in competitive.
I have a cause you to zone out. I have a R1 just mentioned that. An exercise I actually did, and it turned into a whole book that I've had, and take it or leave it. This is just what people told me. And it's on my YouTube channel, incomplete because it isn't edited, but it is in the process of being edited. It will be a book probably by this time next year.
Awesome.
And it's called The Reach, and it started off where, and I know probably most of you have had this experience where you never understand why or what's going on to cause it. It's just one of those weird moments where all of a sudden you get a type of euphoria, but it's a little deeper than that. It changes. It seems like your entire body has been brought to a different level, and it only lasts a few seconds. It could be someone's words that they're saying that have no relationship to anything. It's just the cadence and the pitch. Someone has a real soothing voice, or it could be a piece of music. You could be out in the forest and the birds sing, or just something that draws you into that little sense of euphoria. And I did an exercise where I wanted to write that out, because I had had that experience a couple of times. And the more recent time when I did the story was, I was listening to the soundtrack from Steam for a Cyberpunk, because I thought a lot of the music was really good.
Oh, I love that stuff. Yeah.
And Grimes, her Delicate Weapon came on, and that one really set me off. So I wrote a short story. It ended up being the prologue to the book, and it was all about these moments where you tap into something. And the main character, at least the starting character of the book, did that in the prologue, where he tapped into something and he heard another voice reaching out to him. That's why it's called The Reach. It was another person in a different dimension. And I tried at that point, another exercise I did was to do something that I had never heard of in sci-fi. I painted a different universe that works different than any other. And that's where she lived in. And they kept going back and forth and growing over different dimensions through a meditative state. And they couldn't reach each other every time. But when I was done, I've got from a few people saying that it's the best story ever written. And, again, I think they were just being kind. They're blowing smoke at my butt, but it was quite flattering to hear that. But I worked really hard on that one to do the points like Project Storytime I was talking about, where painting a picture with the mind, drawing in with the emotion, and dealing with sound, to have every sentence and every paragraph try and hit each one of those points. And it worked. I've had people that, I've given some proofreaders, and they, instead of proofreading it, they burned through the whole thing in a day and a half. And I'm just going, okay, well, I'm glad you liked it that much. So once it's cleaned up, then I'll get that one, because I already have one of the people that said it was that good. I did some fan art and that's going to be part of the cover.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're into sci-fi. Like, what kind of sci-fi do you like? So I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate that.
I like most versions of sci-fi, whether it be near future sci-fi, where it be genetic, technological, even some sci-fantasy. I used to like Star Wars, which is a sci-fantasy, but I don't anymore. It's obvious reasons. I can care less. Everyone talks about all this stuff.
Yeah.
Star Wars, and I really don't care anymore.
I still like the original trilogy. I'm not gonna lie. I still do. It's my dad took me to it. I had the toys that he handed down when he had toys and all that stuff. So
right.
Yeah.
But no,
it
just turned me off. I like real hard sci-fi, simple stuff. But I haven't read any in quite a while. Ian Douglas was the last I read. There's a Starseed series too. It was kind of cool. Some English guy had written it, and that's definitely sci-fantasy, very sci-fantasy. He jumps around like some of the books that I do, where it's multiple characters doing multiple different things, and when he talks about going into collapsed dimensions, I thought that was really cool. But it's very much fantasy. But it just go ahead.
What about Tech War?
Haven't read any of that.
That's Shatner's.
No, I haven't touched it.
Really?
No, and there was a couple of them. I have them sitting here. I'd go into Barnes and Noble, look and read the brief, and buy it. Then I go home and read the first chapter or the prologue, and I go, "This is garbage. I don't know how the person got printed." And then I just put it aside. And it isn't because I don't like the premise of the story. It's because the person doesn't know how to write and how they got a job or published. It was
boggles the mind.
Yeah.
You're describing Kathleen Kennedy.
Right.
Disney
right.
now.
No, it's probably that, and it probably, if it was something where I got further into the story, I would see why, because it probably hits all the inclusive, bizarre humanity points that some of these editors and authors want, where it is more describing a political and social point of view as it is telling a story. And my stories, I like having the heroics. I like the good and evil. Sometimes evil wins, sometimes good wins. But I don't like dystopian. So it was, for a while, the dystopian was the big thing. I think it's starting to end, and I can't do that. I don't want people to leave depressed. They can be sad, like the Oganza Witches, which is the one just got released on Barnes and Noble. That one's a sad story. It comes out okay in the end, but if you read it, there's several different characters, and some of them my brother hates me for it, because he's one of the guys who proofreads stuff for me, and he says, "How do you sleep at night when you kill off people that I love?" I just, it's part of the story,
That's actually funny. Not that it kills off people, but
right. Arlena, yeah, I do. I've had to deal with other editors for a while, and instead of actually editing, looking for the sentence structure and word errors, they try and tell me how to tell my story, and there's contradictions, because I am very, very keen on telling a clean story that doesn't contradict itself. Everything fits in the universe that I set up. Everything matches. So they never have any issues with that, guaranteed. The only time I had one issue was I had named one character a name, and it was a very, very secondary. It was a wife of one of the characters in the sci-fi, and she comes up again in the 5th book as opposed to the 2nd book, and I got the name wrong, and I had to edit it and fix it. That book isn't out yet, but I did correct that. And those were the things I was kind of hoping for, but the editors wanted to change motivations, orientation, genders, all that type of stuff. and I wasn't up for that. So I'm very good at doing sentence structure, really, really good at doing how paragraphs and all that work. And I hate the Oxford comma, so don't expect it to be in my stuff. I hate it. Don't use it. If you have an and in there, you don't need a comma. Just the way it is. Where I miss, and I've been slowly catching these, is say like the word rain. You have reign of water, you have reign on a horse, or you have reign of royalty, the king or queen's reign. Each one is spelled a little different, and sometimes I mix those up, and I have to spend a lot of time fixing those. But yeah, after dealing with everything else, I do it myself. And I have some people that do read it afterwards, and if they catch something, I will clean that up too. I use Word, I send it through Google, then it goes back through Word, and each one's going to pick up various different things. By the time it's done, it's pretty clean. Yeah, there's no and, if, for, or nor in between all those commas, so you're okay.
Not yet. Give it time. Okay, why is everything a weirdo today? Found an image, now it just disappeared. Where the hell did it go?
Now, Time Prophet, I agree with you. Sometimes it's needed. It depends on what the statement is. If there is no comma to break it up, and the and would allow someone to infer that the second part of the sentence means something different than the first part, relates one way or another differently, or is combined, the comma will actually clear that up. It's not needed except in those circumstances, but it's very rare for me to use it. I think it's a waste. See, awesome one did it there. It says, laugh for no reason constantly and give a deep bunny tip. See, that comma before the and can be correct, and it may not be correct. I choose it to be not correct because and does the job. That's just me. Yeah, that's the thing, Arlena. Trust yourself. Most of the editors nowadays, I don't know about all of them. There are some good ones out there. But a lot of the editors of a certain age range, and you know who I'm talking about, want their name as editor of the book because they feel that they have some right to alter a story to meet their sensibilities or lack thereof. So just do your thing. And see, you didn't use the and there, you had and. But even still, it's a reading pace, and I don't need to justify my writing pace to anyone if the and is there. You and I can debate about the Oxford comma all day long, and you can come up with every reason it should be there. And I may be completely wrong, but I'm still not going to use it. Time Prophet's awesome.
That he is. When he's not backseat driving.
You shouldn't let him drive your backseat.
Yeah, I don't want anyone near my backseat. I'm sorry. That's never gonna happen.
One of these days we're gonna have to talk story, Arlene. I want to hear what's going through your brain on a story. Considering you call yourself Darth, it's got to be a sci-fi type thing, I would assume. Yeah, you guys are picking on me now.
Yeah, they're gonna do that.
Who's your daddy? Yeah, I love it. Hooking up birds and phrases and clauses.
Always do one thing. Just try fair.
We don't need a backseat Steven.
Oh no, because supposedly I am the backseat because I'm just so fat. I'm like the school bus. All right, so I selected it. All right, cool. All right, now I don't want to know.
Lots of seats to pick from.
I want to fill the new drawing square section.
Oh, historical fantasy. Wait, I think you said that once before, Arlena. What time frame, if you don't mind me asking, are you looking at? Because a lot of when people do fantasy, I only hear of two primary fantasies. Every once in a while, there's another one because my fantasy book's going to end up in kind of a late Victorian, early Art Deco type feel. So there'll be some modern stuff to it. But when people talk fantasy, it's either medieval. There's going to be some odds and ends, but the vast majority is the medieval retelling. Gosh, there's so much retelling crap even in books. And then there's the urban fantasy, which I haven't read too much of, but I imagine it'd be pretty cool. No, Iron Man would be back window, not back door.
Okay, now, restaurant is this. And then can I want to bring it over. Why are you being like this? Let's like transform. I always seem to forget something. Let's find text replace. No, pre-transform. Purge. No. Where is it? Image mode, just trim, reveal. Variables define. No, that's not the one. What the hell is it?
So I'm looking at your StreamYard's chat. Now that's just pulling up YouTube chat, right?
Yeah, for some reason it's not showing the I have all on. If you have all, it should show stuff from Rumble, but it's not for some reason.
Well, if you guys are making comments in Rumble, I'm very sorry. I'm not talented enough to switch back and forth.
Yeah, he's lazy. That's what he's saying. He's lazy.
Yes!
Yes, he's very
I'm old and I'm lazy.
We're gonna get yelled at again and probably really shortly. Oh, God. No, okay. Okay, come on.
While you're doing that, I'm going to switch to Rumble and see what I can see over there.
Yeah, that's not the way I want
There's
it.
a live stream and turn off the sound.
Yeah, you have to press play like twice to get it to work.
I just did once and it's up and running.
Oh, shit. Okay, never mind then.
Well, you got Arlena and Arwen and Lord Shax who left.
Yep.
But you still have 5 people over there watching.
I don't know who they are, but I appreciate it. The thing with Rumble is a lot of people don't talk, but I'm not really bothered by it. Okay, I just want to delete.
I think Rumble will eventually overtake YouTube. At least I'm hoping.
It will definitely do something.
Really? They'll do something?
I get a lot more viewership over there. My views are reaching hundreds, while over here I'm fighting just to get 100.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on YouTube. I've been here for years. Of course, I don't care if people get on my channel. That's not why it's there. I use it for editing purposes, but I do enjoy when people like my stuff. Don't get me wrong. But for the longest time, I'd get 15, 10 views. And recently, like this chapter 52, the one I just did, it's over 150 views, I think. I don't know where that's coming from. Why all of a sudden it's been about a month and a half where some of them take off. At least for a channel my size, I don't even have 500 people.
And other times they just bomb incredibly bad.
Let me see. She said, do I see your answer? No, don't see it. Oh, let me see. You said, maybe you did tell me the answer. Starts in the late 900s to somewhere to current day. So you're covering a just over 1,000-year period. Oh, well, thanks, Apollo. Don't listen to my stuff when you're on the road. People say my voice is very soothing. I don't want you to fall asleep. Oh, look, he won't mind. I forget what he does on Wednesday nights. I'm always there, but
Isn't it comic book roundtable tonight?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't quite sure. Tomorrow night's my stuff when I always talk about the dark stuff of the world.
That's not creepy at all.
No, and it's some of it's pretty rough. Yeah, that may be specialist, but I don't have any politics in mind other than, you know, what would be in a fantasy setting or a sci-fi setting. I don't go over any current day politics, except I guess it'd be more philosophical. I'm kind of like avoid allegory per se in some regards. In other ways, it's in there. If you guys are intuitive, you could figure out what I'm saying. There's a lot you could figure out about me if you read my stuff, because I put in a ton of it, but I don't see how YouTube would be able to pick up on any algorithm on my stuff. I don't even put tags, so I don't know. I don't get it. That looks cool.
Okay.
So that editing tool, that just works on a layer, so it won't get the...
Yep.
It doesn't.
You can actually select the different layers right here and boop them out, so you can...
Cool.
Yeah.
Modern technology.
I used to be pissed off with the UI. It was very overwhelming. And then Pro hooked me up with a friend of his who teaches Photoshop, right? So I've been taking a course every Wednesday for an hour, maybe 2 hours. And pretty much I've been asking him to focus on the stuff that I wouldn't mind doing. And then usually I'm learning as I go. It's a lot of trial and error, a lot of Photoshop videos, and trying to figure out what to do in the meantime. But like, it is very intuitive and still overwhelming at the same time. I remember most of my work came from an editor, an online editor, and with that, I was like, hey, should I start learning Photoshop? And they're like, just in case there's emergencies, I have my files on hand, because Jonas handles Valiant's the online channel, right? But he also has a lot of my assets, like templates or overlays or logos that I've already pre-built. Like Pro's logo, I actually made in PicMonkey. Oh shit.
I've heard that saying, said before, Time Prophet, he says he doesn't like allegorying it. He has allegory in his stuff. So maybe it depends on what his definition of allegory is, or I don't know. He's the linguist, so I'm just a hack.
And I doubt you're a hack, sir. So how far are we going? Honestly, I don't know. It's been weird. If it wasn't for YouTube and the lockdowns, I probably wouldn't even learn how to do half of this shit. It had some benefits, but it had a lot of sacrifices. I think all of us have been there.
And that's a testament to humanity, where
Bad thing?
when you're put in situations, the creativity or the ingenuity, I should say, not engineering, the ingenuity,
Yeah.
the human mind in those difficult circumstances tends to really shine.
I think that's the one thing we're dealing with media in general, is they're trying to kill the creativity and innocence of art.
And it's tough to do.
It's not just that.
Western civilization is
Toxic.
unique in the world where it's and I know this because I've had some engineering friends when I used to live in the Detroit area. They're engineers that worked for the big three, mostly Ford, and they would have foreign people that would come to help. Some of my patients were from India, some from Germany. The thing about it was, and it was universal, and even the Indians and the Germans would admit it, is that most other nations that aren't of the, let's say, Anglo, the Germans were a little bit limited, but they were very good at crunching numbers. You needed something to be calculated. They were great at figuring spaces and those type of things for it. But when it came to the creativity of design, they didn't have it, and they relied upon the Brits, the Americans, the Canadians, and in some regards the Germans as well. I had some Germans that worked at Bosch, and they were a mix. Some of them were just number crunchers, and others were creative.
I totally did that backwards. I am such a moron. Undo eraser, undo eraser, undo eraser. I did it backwards. I spent all that time and I did it backwards.
It's okay. We get to laugh at your frustrations.
Oh, I wish I was frustrated. Like I have my moments, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Anxiety is like a best friend and an ultimate enemy, because I don't want to reach the point where anxiety takes over, but it also keeps me in check, because there are going to be those moments where it just comes over you.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
All right, Wolverine, you're an engineer, so you've probably seen it then if you've worked with other countries' employees.
They think the West is fucked, right?
It is. We'll fix it. Doesn't mean it'll happen overnight. Doesn't mean it'll be easy. It will get fixed.
I hope so. Pop culture, especially in this sphere of YouTube, is a very small fraction of what YouTube actually is, but it seems to be the most energetic as of late.
You know, I don't know if that's true about pop culture as much as it is the desire for information on pop culture, or as it is, it's a gathering place.
That could be a good one too.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing and it's a lot of the reason why I love writing is when people worry about IPs that are disappearing, things that are being corrupted or changed. But once upon a time, we didn't have that stuff. And the human mind, individuals, groups, what have you, came up with these ideas. And if we did it once, we can do it again.
I think it's not just the IPs getting destroyed; it's the fact that we're watching the memories being insulted that we've cherished. I think that's where it comes from, the emotional aspect.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I think a lot of people feel like the ones they've lost due to those properties giving that attachment, it feels like an unforgivable curse, and there's no forgiveness for it, and that's gotta suck. Sorry, I don't mean to get deep or anything, but
No, you're fine. I was the one who started it off anyway.
no, you're not. No, I like these types of talks. These are the talks that aren't around as much. That's why I started doing the channel art stuff. Someone gets something out of me for free, and I get to have a conversation with someone.
Yeah, I caught that too, Daddy. Yeah. Unforgivable curse. He's been playing too much Harry Potter.
Who said that?
You said it felt like an unforgivable curse to some
Big
people.
Daddy? Who said Big Daddy?
Who's your daddy?
Oh, who's your? Ah, yes, they're from the days of my convoy stuff.
He was one of the ones that came in with the big protest.
Yeah, she was.
All
Yes,
right.
She just wanted to correct before I get like a member complaint or some shit. I'm kidding. They're not like that.
Yeah, if anyone wants my pronouns, here they are.
F you.
No. The master, and by his command.
Okay. All right. So now this one. Okay.
Amazing work.
I think so. Oops, that was not the right one. Okay, I just fucked it all up.
I don't do pronouns either. I just think of it as a joke. So someone is talking about me, say, instead of saying he said this, it says the master said this. I just make them look like idiots.
Oh, we don't need that. I do need the planets. Wallpaper flares, right? Okay, so I need this to go there. Wait, what's this one on? This one's on lighter color, no wonder. There we go. That's why I was messing up. Okay, what the fuck? There we go. Okay, so we got that.
Yeah, how your mind works to be able to figure that out. Not the tools, but the imagery in your head to bring this out like this.
Honestly, I look for images till something grabs me, and I thought you were asked about sci-fi, so at least now we're incorporating at least, because there was also blackbirds in the background over these planets. You can see
Right.
it in the E, so I was trying to incorporate both.
That's very cool.
Because now that you have the right-hand side panel, especially for YouTube, and you can post your links, and it has the little icons underneath. And there's Dave Bob. I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, he's around.
Yeah. So now you can have a more clear spot where your links can show, or we can even put your Twitter and shit here. I'm probably gonna have to put a black line right there. Hi, Dave Bob. How you doing? this a little bigger for now. We'll change the color. Yikes. Okay, get off. I think it goes right there. Cancel, stop that. Yeah. So that does go up a little bit, so. Oh, that really needs to, or that fucking rectangle. Is this it? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that behind the crown.
Yep.
That's cool work.
I hate everything I do 90% of the time, but that's just, I guess, the artist stuff. I don't know. When it comes to writing a pair, I get yelled at for that too. I'm like, I hate everything I do, but it's good. And people would hire you to do it. But that's not the point. It's the fact that you're always going to be hypercritical, right?
Not always. I started off that way. Trust me. It's what they call imposter syndrome. I had it really, really bad, and I was smacked in the head several times by several different people that read my stuff before I finally started to think, you know what, I actually can write. It's, you know, I keep seeing the weaknesses because I feel like everything I write is in shorthand.
Rather
because
than
you know I'm sick, and for the longest time, I was more worried about how long I have left, and lo and behold, I'm breaking records on that. So I just
we had that talk before we started. I'm like, you get that
Yeah.
Guinness, you need that Guinness record.
yeah, but it's one of those things where I have a certain amount of time. I can't do what I want, but I've got to do something. So all my stuff, except for maybe Children of the Director to some degree, which is first in the sci-fi book series. It's basically prologue, and then The Reach. Those don't tend to be like that, but everything else is kind of written like shorthand. I just trying to get it out as quickly as I can. But that's part of the reason why I felt like I had the imposter syndrome, is because it seemed like I was taking shortcuts in my mind, and people were saying, no, you're not. You're doing great work. So you have to learn to accept it. It'll come. You keep doing like this, and you can look back at this time and you think, I was so amateur, but to everyone else, it looks awesome.
Yeah. It's really hard to separate yourself from the art, right? Because you're always looking for the error. You're not looking for the completion. And I think that's my problem. Yeah.
You see the little teeny flaws in the corner where everyone else sees the big picture.
I'll hate that when I'll get a meme done, and all of a sudden I'll just be like, fuck. So that's, why is this a gradient overlay? What the fuck?
Well, that's a recommendation I have for anybody, because they started talking about that, was the imposter syndrome. Ignore it. Just do it anyway.
All right, now your choice. Do you want it like normal brown or with the blues?
I don't know. Like them both. You guys in the chat.
I'll give you
pick.
both. I'll give you both copies. Don't worry. I can always
No,
make
let
it.
the chat pick.
I'm not a huge fan of the blues are okay, but I have to realign that. There we go. I think the scale's a little smaller too. There we go. I hate my own voice, and yet I still have voiced my own videos. I thought it went through all the cards, all those cards. No. I'm surprised we have so many people still watch. This is crazy. So, chat, do we want it with the white line in blue, or do we want it wood to planets? You want it brown. Arlena's saying brown and blue.
All right. I trust her. That was the thing, Arwen, and I'm gonna blow my own horn because I believe it now. I've gone past the imposter. The feeling of being judged, I never had that because everyone was telling me my stuff was good. I didn't have any bad comments until I got the editors. And then once I figured out what the editors were doing, it's like, nah, screw you. But everybody else has loved my stuff. I seriously am looking for someone to give me some criticism of something of substance. I've had Time Prophets talk to me a little bit about a couple of things, but for the most part, and he actually gave me a big hint, had to deal with page numbering and that type of thing. When you're your own editor, there's sometimes you'll miss things, and I appreciate his heads up on that. But story-wise, I've never had anyone say anything bad about it other than those two activist editors. And so it was nice when I started to get some criticism from them, and then I found out they were nuts. But I got over it. It's like, yeah, my stuff's good. Cancel a day to feel better.
My cousin loved your book, and she's a writer. She does high fantasy. What is high fantasy?
She got the old version too. It's the same text, but the new ones that are out, vastly superior. It's like amateur hour compared to pro. The new books, the way they're laid out, the print quality, everything. It just Amazon and Barnes & Noble took extra care with them. So the flaws, they had alignments and various different things that were off, several different things, but it's now they're just, and I like the cover, the new cover, much better as well. But thank you to your cousin, thank you. And if she's interested, the Olganza Witches, Blood Witch History Olganza is out now on Barnes & Noble. So it's set 800 years before the events of that book. It will make the prologue make sense. A lot of people get to the prologue and say, whoa, that's pretty dark. And yeah, all kinds of stuff is pretty dark. Sad. It's very sad.
I'm just switching my vapes. I don't know why, but I also like the black line, but that just seems to take it away.
No, awesome one. It's not a true story. It's fantasy. Although the people in that their motivations and their personalities are all based on people that I've known. So when someone reacts a certain way, it's because I've known people that reacted in similar fashion, different circumstance, but whether they chose to fight, fly, cry, pull in depression, attempt suicide. Yeah, those are based off of real people. But it's the fantasy and sci-fi stories.
You should understand fantasy, awesome one. It's like your jokes. They fantasize being funny. You like the black line straight across? Is that what you're saying? See?
Is there any way to have that fade a little bit
lighter?
Under the bird? No, not the whole thing, just under the bird. Where it blends lighter so you can see the bird a little bit more.
Yeah, as soon as I get this rectangle highlighted, I push it down a little bit so it's lined up. You want wait, so hold on. So you want the black on behind the bird.
Yeah, it just kind of fades to light if that's possible.
Oh, it should be as soon as I find the rectangle. That's the rectangle. There we go. And I make jokes. Don't get offended. Well, that's a big fucking rectangle. What the fuck did I do? All right. We gotta make this smaller. Oh my god. All right, I think now we can.
Steven likes them big.
Yeah, that's it. I like them big. Yeah, that's right. You and the D's over there. You just keep going. Holy shit. Fuck off, Photoshop. I'm trying to get you all the way back. Hold on. Before I forget, I should probably save. There you go. Yes. Just in case. All right, now I should be able to zoom in.
Irate specialist Steven, we've heard you try and be funny. The only people offended are comedians.
I'm sorry, was that
as Canadians?
Was that a pinata joke? I couldn't tell.
Again, this is very nice of you. I appreciate it.
Bro, it's no problem, man. I like one-on-ones, so it's a lot more calming. All right, let's try this again. Rectangle tool. Here. Okay, that's not the color I want. Let's get that black back. Cancel. B. Come here. I go like this.
No, Apollomy, hardcovers are on Barnes & Noble, and paperback is on Amazon, except for the Blood Witch's hardcover. There's a size difference as well. Amazon
That's what she said.
Right? Amazon, the hardcovers, I'm going to re-release them. They're going to be a little bit different. I try and make everything a little special. If you get one, you don't feel left out. Those are all going to be 7x10. The Blood Witch there is hardcover, and it's 7x10. On Barnes & Noble, they're 6x9. And each has their advantages. The look and feel of the book itself, the cover for the Amazon is really neat. But the Barnes & Noble, for some reason, is just superior in every way, except for the images that I have inside are smaller. Even though they were dimensionally sized correctly for Barnes & Noble, they're just smaller. Because the Blood Witch, it has maps in it. It has artwork by Vinny. He's a comic book creator, and he wanted to put in a sword that's in the story. And so he's a phenomenal artist. So in the very back, there's a sword and a couple other things. But they're just smaller than they should be. But the book, if I was to pick one or two, I'd go with the Barnes & Noble. The Organza, Blood Witch Organza, it doesn't have the maps because they're slightly different since it's 800 years in the past. I just figured if you want to, you could reference the Blood Witch and get the maps. But it does have a genealogy for the people of the time because there's a lot of characters. And it also has artwork by Xavius, who did...
Good dude.
Huh?
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a great guy. And the image is awesome. He did of the healer mage, who sets up the whole curse. There's 3 parts of the curse, 2 mages that do it, and she's what they call the Angel Queen. She's my favorite character that I've ever written, and she's not in it very much, but she's awesome. So his artwork is in that one. But like I said, every time I release something, I try and add something that makes it a little bit special. Yeah.
I would just draw a short bus on the cover and you'd be good and you're special all the time.
Right.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult your books. I'm sorry.
I really like Xavius's art style. Vinny's got great art style too.
Xavier
there's something
cake.
Yeah, there's something about his work that I find just really captivating. Jun Wong had given me something, so I couldn't just take it. I paid him for it. He just made it and handed it to me, and I said, "Oh, this is cool," and so I paid him for it. I use that as my wallpaper. It's from the sci-fi book. Again, I had mentioned there's the one fan art for the Reach that a school teacher had made, and it's kind of simplistic, but it's very insightful,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it. And then my artist said, well, maybe we could do something else, and she's doing something else. But I figured, no, that's actually perfect. We could use one for the cover on the front and one on the back, since it's 2 universes reaching to each other. And the images are of kind of like energy, hands reaching out, one the hand on each. It's like the 2 dimensions are meeting on the pages, and I thought, I love it. Got to keep it. It's fun when people start giving you fan art. It's very, very flattering. Very flattering.
Bella gave me my first. Bella, I think, gave me my second ever fan art I've ever gotten. I think, or third. I know I got one from Raster. One from, I forget the dude, but he does them for everyone on YouTube. And I think someone else did one. I know I got a card from Whitechapel too.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Wait, Whitechapel. Are you the one that did the game cards, like the Magic cards? That's his work. Oh, yeah. Cool. You said card, and my brain was running backwards, so it took me a while to catch up.
That's no problem.
Hey, Memes, how's it going?
Welcome back, Memes. Reference we want at least 50. I'm surprised there's people still around watching. You guys are awesome. Like, this is like the most not talking to the chat ever.
Well, that's because I've been filling it.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate it.
Nah, it's fun when you got good people around.
It is. It really is. Let's see. See, the green's still bothering me.
Well, it doesn't have to be green. Or it could be, a different shade.
I don't know, but the white just seems. I don't know. What do you think with the author there? Do you want it somewhere else?
I'm trusting your judgment. I don't think it works there, but that's just me.
You're right. Like almost black and brown. What?
She thinks the author should be a dark color. Back
No.
where it was.
Oh, I'll put it back where it was. So dark color. Yes, awesome one. What was that? So, like that.
Nah, that's gone now.
What do you mean it's gone now?
It's hard for me to see it.
Well,
But I'm colorblind, so.
If it stays against the blue, then yes. Oh my god, what are you doing, editor?
She just threw hands up. I screwed it up. My hands up in the air. You take over.
I have a Control Z.
She does that when you're driving too. I'm on the freeway. Don't want to go. Oh, take the wheel.
I chose a brown. I didn't even yell at anybody.
That just hurt. I'm picking on her. Hey, good night time, Prophet. Catch you later.
Have a good one, Prophet. Thanks for coming by.
We were talking about animated banners, and I was just thinking she wanted all the sparkly stuff. R1 did. I figured if it was a generic box wine with different print on it, and you can have spouting out like it was burst open, and you can have the sparkly wine coming out of it. That'd be pretty cool.
I think it'd be more of the instructions on how to open a bottle of wine. That would be her.
Yeah.
So she can always just click on it and remember.
I'm gonna change headsets if you lose me for a second, because I use a
Bluetooth
cordless Bose and
Yeah.
Bluetooth. So I'm gonna wire it in and get these charged up. So I'll be back in a sec.
He actually kicked himself out of the StreamYards. That's funny. Yeah, let me add you.
All right.
Oh, now you sound totally different.
Wow. I don't have the Bose thing in there. Does it sound worse?
No, you sound better.
Oh, well, there's that.
You just went to stereo.
I wonder if it was using the wireless for a mic instead of my
Probably.
actual Yeti. Strange.
Probably. Sometimes the StreamYards gets confused very easily with that stuff.
Oh, now look at that.
Does that work? I use the it has an outward glow of the green you like, or green.
That works.
Or screen. Dega sounds great. He now he's a nipple. Dega, de-nipple yourself. Why is everyone yelling at you in the chat today?
I don't know. I'll fix it.
Bunch of misogynistic, patriarchal wankers today. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You see that avatar that I have now? That's the fan art of the Reach. That's the one done by the teacher. And it looks simple, but I love it. I think it would make a great cover.
Sometimes simple is the best way to do it.
Yep. The one that my artist is doing is, it looks like digital art. Very, very similar. But again, it's two separate universes, so...
Now, you gotta let me know if whether or not you are enjoying this so far.
I'm having a great time. And
Well, I
that
mean,
looks good. Yeah, it looks really good. Wolverine, when the avatar doesn't show, you can see who in the chat has very perverted imagination.
Yep.
Arwen sees nipples and sausages.
Can't help those people anymore. Can't help them.
Now, I think Who's Your Daddy? It's actually picking up with my good mic that you hear on my channel. The Yeti, a set of my Bose headset, wireless headset. So why it doesn't have a good mic in it, I don't know.
You expect
But
with the money you pay for Bose, it would.
Well, the sound is awesome on my end, and they feel great in my ears.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm giggling.
Yep, I knew it was coming.
I don't know why I even
Go
giggled.
ahead.
I don't even know why I giggled at it.
Yeah, sure.
I don't even know why I giggled at it.
Well, you should have giggled when we were talking about you in a dress.
That's not funny though. That's
But it's hilarious.
No, it's
Ask the
horrifying.
chat.
It's horrifying.
For one person. We're going majority here.
No, it's horrifying for anyone who has to see me pick up a nickel.
Yeah, I don't know. You can reach down that far. You got a lot of folds to get around.
Here it comes.
It
The fucking
once.
fucking fat jokes. Fuck. You ahead of time? What the fuck?
Had to happen once.
Nah, yeah, right. Yeah, once. Yeah, that's it. Once. I feel like something's just irritating my ass. So I'm gonna quickly check something. Duplicate that. I'm gonna.
Well, if you wipe completely,
Yeah, that's
cleanly,
not what
you
I'm
don't
actually
really get
referring
the
to. But thank
Yeah.
you so much.
exit only type thing.
Oh yeah, exit only. Okay. Yeah, we're on the exit only strategy now. That's great. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Fucking man child.
most days.
Yeah. Alright, let's do this again. I would recommend one show. I don't know if you still watch any shows, but have you watched Sutherland's new show yet?
No.
It's called Rabbit Hole. Actually, not bad.
What's it on?
I watched it on the internet, but I think it's on Paramount. I could.
Oh, I don't have Paramount.
Yeah.
I'd have to
I'll send you the
talk to my
online stuff.
Tortuga friends.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Tortuga was a main hub for pirates before it sank. Most of it sank anyway.
Oh shit! I just messed that up again, didn't I? If I did. I'm wondering if I should put up smoothing and flow and nope. Control Z. Let's try an opacity down to 48. And
Well, that's interesting how you did that.
what did I do?
Well, it just the first time when you were doing that eraser, you had the layer set to where you had to go on the small eraser to get.
Oh,
the
I
straight
can make
line
it
across the
bigger
horizon.
and smaller. Yeah.
No, not the size of the eraser.
Oh,
but
you're talking
the
about how it
horizon
erases.
line. Yeah.
Well, now I can actually like just.
Learn something new every day.
To a degree.
I didn't think Max was going Max Plus. I thought it was just Max.
Why would you get rid of an HBO? That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's been their trademark for 50 years, 40 years, 40 years.
Hey guys, how can we sound more retarded for the streaming service? I know, let's just call ourselves after a hairdryer setting. Oh, that sounds like a good idea. I think I fucked that up again.
Pirates of the Caribbean, yeah. That's a heck of a documentary.
They all sound like morons renaming their streaming services. It's like you can rename it till you're blue in the face. It's not going to change anything.
Right. And that's probably what it is. They got people in there, not the ad department, but marketing, that don't know their head from a hole in the ground.
Most likely. Damn it, that won't work either. Bring out flow.
Just don't tell them, Apollonie. When did Captain Cook have time to have a family?
I have no idea. Shit, you did it again.
The Plus Ultra Pro Max, yeah. That's if they survive these streaming wars. It's all going to end up just like cable.
Garbage. Cable's not even alive anymore unless you're like a geriatric.
I was adopted, but my adopted family heritage goes to William Wallace.
No shit.
And royalty continued until the U.S. Revolutionary War, and the one person decided, you know, I like the colonists better than I do the crown, so they kicked him out. And he fought for the revolutionaries. But with that, you really astute people may be able to figure out my family, because all that genealogy stuff has been done way, way back. you got
have
royal,
not done
if you got
anything.
royalty in your line, it automatically takes you back a lot further than most.
I've heard that. I think my family is just like descendants from assholes. Actually, there's not much traditions left of my family anymore. Most of them have either passed or we have a new generation of family that's just a bunch of idiots. No offense to my family, but some of them are just morons in the way they act sometimes.
My wife's side has a couple of cool people. One was a Civil War mercenary. He signed up with the North and then re-enlisted 3 or 4 different times.
Mm.
He was an animal. He loved that killing.
Remind me never to piss off your family.
Pardon?
Remind me never to piss off your family.
I learned that when I was young. I was 6. I'm youngest of 7. 5 boys.
Jeez.
And yeah, well, several of us were adopted, but there's several natural too. But my next to oldest brother was coming home from school, and someone had hit him, I think with a stick or something. No, it was a bat. And I remember my older brothers all got up, so I followed them. And that kid, we never saw him again afterwards. I think they made him move schools. They tore him and his buddies a new one.
Oh, I would too.
It was fast and bloody, and I was very impressed with the devotion of my family toward each other.
My family's never like that. Well, my brothers are not. They're no. The way my mom raised them after the divorce and I got kicked out was not very beneficial to me, even though you can deny it to the blue in the face. Pretty much used me as the reason why the family was shit, along with my dad. And you can tell by the way they even talk to me. So I brush it off now because I'm like, I'm not. There's no point in trying to earn respect from people that don't even have their ears open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, their actions when my dad was in the hospital during lockdowns pretty much proved it when they were like, well, why can't he do it? I'm like, you do realize I am disabled and my fucking back is messed up, and they don't even, they even were there when I got my reports, and they still don't believe that it's true, which is crazy. So it's like, I'm not going to prove myself. I'm not getting depressed. I just don't prove myself to family members that don't give a fuck.
Right.
It's bad enough. My mom's side, my mom especially, she acts like she's not embarrassed that I'm on disability, but I think she is. And I'm like, that's cool. And we haven't talked now for almost 2 years. 3 years, I think.
It's quite unfortunate.
Unfortunate, yes, but when your last actions are literally sending a birthday card and telling you in your birthday card they weren't ready to have kids.
Wow.
Yeah. That's one thing where I'm just like, all right, you do not know how to talk to me, and I'm done giving you chances.
Right.
Yeah, I got one of those letters, and I'm sitting there going, well, we weren't ready to have kids. We were both very young, and I'm like, you're not even apologizing. You're passing the blame on my dad. Like, and I was just done. I actually read that letter, and on the live, and I'm sitting there, and I'm reading this letter, and I'm going, this is a birthday card, and you're trying to write on a computer typed out letter why things didn't work out as a mom. And I'm sitting there just going, that's not even what I wanted to talk about. And I wasn't really pissed off. I was more like, you are only thinking about yourself, and you take away my birthday to do it.
That's all right. You're part of my family now, so.
Oh, thank you. No. I know this isn't a wine fest.
No,
It's
I
the
know,
truth,
but
and it makes me
it
wiser.
may be, but I'm just letting you know.
Like me and my dad get in toughs, but at least like we can talk to each other like adults. Her, on the other hand, is just, I don't know. Or you can't pick your family, but you can sure as hell ignore them, right?
It's true.
I don't want it perceptual. Come on.
Well, Arlena, it shows that you and Arwen are both very lucky.
Okay, where the hell's my color scheme? There it is.
For the most part, I've had a good family experience. Every family has their
Ups and
shadows
downs.
and well, some of it can be pretty dark too. My family is not immune to that.
No family is. But you also got to remember to pick your battles and think before you do things. Because if you're coming at things like that, thinking of yourself and not as the other person, that means you've never actually listened to the other person.
Right.
And I'm not even, I don't know how to say it. I'm not disappointed. Well, I am disappointed, but I'm more like, huh. That's what you do on my day. You had to make it about you. And that's where I was like, you are never not going to be selfish. And it sucks that because it's that what's that terminology, that trope? Eventually we are the ones taking care of our parents, right? When we get older. And I'm like, that even means taking care of their faults and taking care of their inability to function around you. And it's kind of a sad thing, but I guess it's not everywhere, but it's a thing people eventually have to deal with. I don't know if I'm making sense anymore.
No, you are. My wife's going through something with her dad, who is he's the same. It sounds like your mom very much. The world has to revolve around him. I can get into some pretty disgusting details because his health is really horrible, and he demands that everyone take care of him in every function. Instead of him actually getting up and changing his pants, he'll just sit there and mess in the chair and have other people clean him up, and just he's a horrible person. Yeah, that's because he can do no wrong and everyone else has to serve him. He's not long. He's very, very sick, and there's a lot of people on that side of the family are going to be relieved when he is no longer such a needy person in this world. Sad to say, but that's the type of man he is.
See, I learned one thing. If my mom was such a great teacher in life, why did my brother get divorced after a year? And then I giggled to myself. You bought a house, got married, and then you got divorced. Somehow, I don't think you've learned any real life skills. And then right after, got back into another relationship. I sit there and I wonder, is the world retarded?
Parts of it is. And again, that narcissism that you're talking about, it can lead to some seriously poor choices. Especially in a relationship. If the relationship isn't based on taking care of each other, it's doomed.
Oh, it is most definitely doomed. I don't regret it either. Well, that's not true. I do regret the fact that things couldn't work out, but I'm not like, I'm stronger because of it. and it's things they will never learn because they've never lived in a lifestyle like that. Nor should they do they have the right. That's something I've learned to ever dictate on how I should live their lifestyle, and it bothers them. I think it bothers them because I think they know I don't respect them for their actions, not because of people. Right? They're still family. I still have a love for them, but I do not respect them.
Yeah.
And you can give as many opportunities as you want to people. It doesn't have to be family. It could be friends. And if they don't even want to give the time of day or work out things, you are eventually going to realize that the ones that do care will be there. And the ones that are there to take or get something, you can just tell that I've found. There's too many F's to give in a world that has too many closed hearts, you know? Sorry, I didn't get philosophical or weird either.
No, that's actually a good point.
Yeah. I looked a little bit clean.
Gosh, you work hard on these things.
I spend hours. I want to make sure the person that's getting it likes it, right? I listen. I don't know why I do it. I just do it.
Sometimes I like Twitter, and other times I really hate it.
Tell me about it.
I just checked a few things. Doesn't a week go by without the drama? Needless.
You know, that's one thing I'm kind of happy I'm not in anymore. Like I see drama here and there, but I'm not very into it anymore. So why is this not giving me the color I want? Is it because it's on linear? It needs to be on radio? No. If I don't read the chat, I do apologize.
Oh, I'd read it. And they're not saying anything. They all went to sleep.
Yeah,
Your
pretty
music
much. I
put
do
them to
bore
sleep.
people to death. Yeah, I bore people to death. I know.
You're not dying at the hands of some androids.
Why is this not showing up the way I want it to?
All right, Arlene. Good night. I knew you were going to sleep.
Have a good night, Arlena. Yeah, everyone's falling asleep now. Look at this. Have a good night, Arlena. I appreciate the words, guys. Oh, shit. I didn't check the private chat. My bad. Oh, you're back. Oh, okay. That's what you're saying. Right,
White Temple's sawing logs.
Yeah, that's not going to work the way I want it to. Let's put that there. Blending options. Let's try this again for the first time, for the last time. Reverse. There we go. Now we'll take this. Okay. Black. Okay. Okay. That actually looks pretty good.
Wild.
We can actually do it like that, so it's straight across. Cancel. But I think it takes away.
Yeah, the shorter one's better.
And then we can go to the text. We'll probably adjust this drop shadow now.
There's always a contrarian. That's a good thing.
I like Straight Across better. I'll give them both copies. Angles now I'm trying to get.
What was the first one you said you did of these? Was it personal?
What do you mean?
Why did you do something for your channel?
9
o'clock. They always test the sirens at 9 o'clock here.
I can't even hear it.
Oh, good.
You mean that?
That one is?
That's my channel art that I did for me, yeah.
The first one?
In Photoshop, yeah, that's the new updated one.
Oh.
Are you talking about yours?
No, I was just wondering which one was your first one.
First channel art? Most of it was done on PicMonkey. This is my first one I did on Photoshop.
Gotcha.
But like I said, I'm thinking about changing stuff, and I'll have to check the poll on the PlayStation side. But so far, some people are liking the S and Legion, and I think I got an S Legion might work better, or be Legion Steven. That'd be funny.
Should have a big C for the Crisco Legion.
I'm gonna punch you in the face right now. Y'all always have to go back to there.
Of course.
But it also leaves the window.
She likes this one.
Yeah.
That does look pretty cool.
Now that it has a little bit of depth, yeah. No, cancel. B. We can always test on your channel too. I can get rid of that. We can get rid of that too. I'll pretty much now I got to figure out how to. Yeah, because eventually I'm going to need to. Where is it? Add a new layer. Go all the way down. Put that there. I can get rid of that. That's really bright now. Holy shit. Give me one quick second. I'm going to look for something. How is it? There's people still watching it. Yeah.
What's the font for author?
That's your other one you gave me fixing.
Oh, I thought. Okay. I wasn't sure if they liked the ever.
That's the Felix Tilting you gave me.
Yeah, I know, but there's the also the can't remember.
We tried that. The yeah, you're talking about the Evanescence, that one.
Yeah, it just looked too thin.
Do you like that one more? This is your art.
I don't know. Arwen, tell me.
Yeah, great job. It's my art. Arwen, tell me. I'm sorry, I'm being a dick. Like, if you want it. Because it also hangs down kind of bit. So if you want that.
I kind of like that.
Okay, you can have that. It's up to you. That's why you're here also. Not just to have a chat, but because... Yeah. Okay. Now I'm just trying to find something to use as a background that doesn't take away, but if it's on a TV, it looks pretty good.
All right. So you like the other one, not this one, Arwen. I'm asking because I like them both.
You can have them both. I can give you both. Heaven forbid Steven be a nice guy, guys.
No, see, I'm trying to get
you want to
what other people would like better.
Audience. Yeah.
No, it's Steven's art.
Yes, but it's your stuff.
Yeah. think I like this one better.
It looks like a deacon now. No, there's a G right there. The lines are right there. Oh, okay. Hold on.
He does have a point. Or she does.
All right, cancel. No, outer globe, cancel. Cancel. Hold on a second. Where's your rectangle? Gradient overlay, eh? Okay, and then we take the bodega gradient overlay. Keep the white. Is that better, chat? Does that actually?
A little bit.
Hold on a second. Cancel. If I actually can get this over there. Now you got a little trick in here. You have a little Easter egg in here. You love Stargate, right?
I like it, yeah.
So what does the author of the O over the triangle of the A look like?
Oh, yeah. It does, doesn't
symbol,
it?
Isn't it a symbol for
The Earth, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
How cool is that? Happenstance.
I like the gold tint to go with the crown. That's what I used here. That's what that color is. But we can also like change. That's what I'm saying. I can always change. I got no problem changing it. So you're talking about the drop shadow. So you're saying like that. Kind of takes away though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Is there anything you could do with the shadow?
In the drop shadow?
Yeah.
You can get rid of it, and it just looks weird.
No, I mean, you can't define it more deeply or change the angle of it.
I can. Okay. Softer.
There it is.
Yeah, it's one of these lines I got to get done. There we go.
Yep. Now you can see it. That's it.
Probably switch it to precise. Take down the size a little bit.
I think it was better the larger size. Yep.
Okay.
You can even see it when it's shrunk down like that.
Yeah, for me, it's a little disconcerting. I don't know what it is. Or can you remove the color between the G? So we can just get rid of that. Shit. Cancel. Place linked. That fucker down. Bring that up here.
See you, Wolverine.
Have a good day, Wolverine. Thanks for being here, bro. So I can knock out that.
Now she's saying just color the tag of the G.
I
I don't know if that's possible.
What do you mean color the G?
Just the little block. Not the C part, but the bar part.
Oh.
Same with the center slash of the E. Make them a little more of the blue color.
You like that? It doesn't make sense though. Well, then why don't I just take the rectangle? This is up to you if it works.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, see, that works. That one right there. And yeah, have the E one do the exact same. There it is.
Yeah.
That's cool work.
Okay.
Yeah, and when you zoom out, it looks even better.
I'm gonna have to do one small thing though. That's gonna need another rectangle. But it is a little bit driving me nuts. So I'm gonna put this here. Come on. Okay, we're gonna do. Okay, no wait, cancel. All right. So V. Okay, so it was on color and the same color. Okay, so let's take this. Make it cobalt blue. Is that the rectangle? All right, cool. So let's bring this down to color. Where the fuck it go? But I won't do that for this one. Oh shit. So normal. I need to be like right there.
It says no.
Yeah, that's what it keeps saying. It's pissing me off. So now we can just copy that. That's not that's not where I wanted to take it.
You put a watermark on there?
Hell no.
Why not?
I don't watermark channel art.
Yeah, you should.
I don't have a watermark.
You could put a dab at Crisco in the corner or something.
I will hit you. Dude, as long as someone's happy, you know what Valiant does and Pro does? They just tag me and say thumbnail work done by me. They do that on all the thumbnails. If people want me to put a watermark on, like I said, no channel arts have watermarks. If I was to put a watermark on, then I'm just taking away, making it about me. If anyone asks, you just tell them. I don't need to do selfless promotion everywhere. Plus, I upload these on my Instagram afterwards.
Oh, okay.
And I usually put the channel link and everything else, but no. I try not to make it about me, like, at all, because...
All it is just me trying to say thank you.
Oh.
Over again and over and over.
There's one thing I want to do, and you're probably not going to like it, but I always test this at the end. You're welcome, Adega. That's what I should probably say to the end. I'm not used to it. Yeah. All right, let's put this there. I always like looking afterwards to see what colors do.
Right.
Ugh. Sometimes you get some crazy shit like that. Or that.
That's actually kind of cool. But I'm colorblind.
Oh, the chat will say something, but I pretty much took all the colors out and made it like chromes.
That's how my wife gets away with having pink in the house. It looks gray to me. She'll just say, I got this gray rug. Okay.
That's kind of sneaky.
Yeah.
And the best part is I can take an eraser. Oh, wait, I gotta rasterize that shit first. Then I can take an eraser. Oh, this. Oh.
And that's how layers work.
Pretty much. It gives the space a little bit more depth, like nebulas, but like I won't keep it like that. It's just in actuality, you're signing your work, yes, but that's what Instagram's for. Plus, I have the hard files, right? So yeah, I won't keep it like that. I just like testing.
You won't? I like it.
Well, you like it like this with the blues and the whites and.
I'm colorblind, but I like it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll give multiple versions.
Okay. I'll try them out and see how they work.
All right. Before everything else, image.
Save that one for Halloween.
Yeah, you could. And technically, this should have gone over. Fuck, I should have had the bird out first. Where's this dude?
I see nothing.
You don't see the bird?
I see the bird, yeah, but I don't see what you're doing to it.
I'm actually giving it some of its
black back.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's really crazy.
Well, you have a dog, right?
A dog?
Yeah, don't you?
Got 2 dogs.
Yeah, that's why this image, I was like,
Oh, I thought you were just using that for the
no.
underlay. I didn't think it was the whole image.
This will all show up on a TV if you look at it on the TV. For the whole YouTube channel art, this is the size for
Gotcha.
the TV, right? So the banner here in the middle is just the desktop. So the best thing I've learned is make sure the middle image is done, then find a background that maybe will complement or overlays. So let's say you have a 4K TV, and all of a sudden you get hit with a shit ton of fucking other stuff. It's like a Easter egg, I guess, in a way, surprise melody.
I will take your word for it.
I don't even
I've
know.
never pulled it up on the TV, so I don't know. I guess people are watching YouTube on TV now, though.
Yeah.
Roku has a TV app or a YouTube app.
Oh, I just upgraded to a Fire TV for the PlayStation, and yeah, the settings automatically hooked up, and that was good to go. Yeah, so I think we're about done here.
I think so.
Oh, you're watching on a TV? Then we're gonna have to make a Daga switches channel art so you can actually. Well, no, I'm gonna have to go to your channel. I think a bunch of people sub to you, so it looks like you have a bunch of new readers tonight too.
Oh,
we pinned your
you
link.
guys are awesome.
We pinned the link to the top of your chat before you got here.
Wow. Let's see.
No, my luck, I went down.
I didn't. More.
Did you get a couple? Good. YouTube's been weird today. It's been just weird. This morning was crap for views. Even on Rumble, it didn't even detect our shit. I was just like, okay, that's interesting. We had like over 30 people popping in and out. But actually, it just updated. We got 370 views on Rumble today.
Really?
Yeah. If I actually go look at my content since I started Rumble, 370 for the Final Fantasy, 253 for Alien, 700 for Final Fantasy, 600 for Quarry, 350 for Alien, 400 for Alien, 430 for Werewolves, 1500 for Fortnite, almost 600 for Alien. Yeah, there's a lot more visibility.
That is awesome.
On Rumble. And yeah, that's why I do the dual streaming now, because I'm not moving over, but it's easy. I have 4 screens on YouTube on 2 TVs and 2 tablets. Yeah, that does look good. Now I'm going to have to do something else right now. Let's see if I can control A. No.
You have to combine the layers first, don't you?
I never combine layers.
Oh. I guess that's just the generic program that I use.
I don't like flattening my layers. Because once you flatten them, sometimes it's hard to fix edits. So I just leave them as they are. I never flatten.
Why save a flattened and an unflattened version?
You do?
Yeah. Well, it's paint.net. It's free. So,
okay.
But again, I don't have anywhere near the abilities that you do or the tools.
Merge. Cancel. Image size. But I am going to increase it to 300 DPI. I don't know. That looks
It looks really cool.
Pretty fucking Pink Floydy. The only thing really kept was the crow.
Right?
I still weaseled my way in. I never use my tablet anymore. I use 2 Mac screens and my iPhone. You ever used a Mac? Well, that's not true. I used a Mac for 5 minutes and then fucking stopped. So, yeah. Damn, I can't even show it, but let's quickly export this. So if we ever need edits, I'll always have it. So JPEG will save it as, because for some reason YouTube does not like PNGs. Export as. And we're saving up for that computer, and it's probably gonna be a whole lot better. So we're gonna make this a JPEG. We're gonna make it high res. Copyright contact info. How come I still can't put that in? All right, so this will be 2 megabytes, 100%. Export as Bodega YouTube channel. All right, and when I find out the dimensions, I'll get you something for Rumble. So I'm gonna save this,
Okay.
and you can put it up today if you want, and they can share it and show it. It's up to
Oh,
you.
heck yeah. Absolutely.
All right. Do you want me to email it to you? You can just
Yeah,
write it in
you
the
can.
private
I'll
chat.
give you my email.
Yeah, I'll just get up in my business email. Post.
All right, you got it in Twitter.
Awesome. Even though we have a private chat.
I know, but that if StreamYard shuts down, you'll still have it, or you can use it for later.
Well, my Gmail saves it when I put in my business stuff, right? So yeah, I'm good.
I didn't know you were doing it right this minute, so
Oh no, I want to see how it looks. That's
you're
the whole
more
point,
techy
right?
than I am.
No, I just like knowing how it looks, just in case I need to fix anything.
All
All right,
well, let me
you should
get-
have an email coming now. Jesus Christ, did you seriously put me in a red dress?
Did someone do that to you?
Yeah, it's that shit. Fucking red dress. I don't need to wear that red. Thank you for the tweet, guy. Getting D. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on.
Yes, I did.
Hold on.
Bodega got some D, really? Yes, I did.
Thank you. That is saving.
That's funny.
Yeah, I got that. Thank you.
All right, let me go to my channel and edit it. Let's see.
You can share it and I'll post it up. Yeah.
Viewable TV, viewable desktop. Oh
See?
gosh, how do you know how to do that? Gosh, that's awesome.
That's
I didn't have to alter anything. It just went.
because that template I was using in the back that had the different lines and words. That's how I knew the sizes. That's why we focused on the middle first and then made the image branch out. So yeah, you
All
can
right,
share
it's
it.
up.
All right, share it so I can see it. You hit publish, right? Because I'm gonna check on my TV and see how it looks.
You got it. It's in private chat.
Oh, you're gonna make me do more. Why is everyone so fucking lazy? Bodega Outlaw YouTube.
Oh, you wanted me to do it
I
share
can-
screen.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I know how hard done by you are here today. This
I'm
lovely hour. I'm
not
fucking
StreamYard savvy.
Bodega Outlaw YouTube. I got the yellow.
I'll cut it out here. I'm gonna share screen.
No, I'm actually looking on my TV. It's a 4K, so I want to see how it looks. Bodega Outlaw YouTube. Oh, there you are. Yeah, it actually looks pretty good.
Yes, it does.
Surprised
Yes,
they
it
didn't show the
does.
whole thing though, like on the TV, like the way it's supposed to. Well, I did realize it just unsubscribed me from your fucking channel, so I'm now back.
Thanks.
All right,
I see how you are.
Yeah, you can't see shit because I'm doing it on my TV. It's not shit. All right, hold on. Let me get this StreamYards open here. Shit, so we can stop sharing that for a moment. Oh, okay, Bodega No, I literally no. My Fire TV just told me I was unsubscribed. Yeah, that does look pretty good. And there we go. Yeah, I like that. That actually looks pretty good.
All right, and I just tweeted it out.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you. That was 3.5 hours worth of work. I can't believe I'm still sitting here.
I've noticed that. I don't know what it is, but doing this stuff and having a chat, but it seems to like the time flies, and I don't feel negatively drained. You know what I mean?
No, it's not so much the chat and the company. It's more my body doesn't like to do this.
I am so sorry right now. I am so sorry.
You don't have to apologize. If I had trouble, I would have said, you know what, I'm leaving. I have aching pains all the time.
You don't like my Crisco jokes, Steven.
Yeah, well, Crisco is something that should never be forgotten.
Yeah, we had those rings, and it started as Crisco Core, and now I'm trying to make it S Legion, which will be Steven Legion. I think, actually, I should probably check that right now, seeing as how it's been a while. Community. Did it only show one image? Okay, no, it showed all. So we have 6 likes so far. Love it. Legion Steven works, but I don't want to get claimed by other people. May work, but only if you implement their names as henchman or minion. We are Steven. Well, I'm a new member, but it sounds good. S Legion, though Steven Legion rhymes. S Legion is more to the point. We are Legion. S Legion. So it looks like, because S Legion can also stand for Seagal Legion. So yeah, I guess that.
Yeah.
All right, yo, you guys I won't keep you too long because I know you got to crash soon.
I just have one thing on Rumble. Quick question. If it's not a quick answer, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I will post things, but then it says ready to share and monetization pending. Why doesn't that clear and post?
It takes a long time sometimes to clear.
Like days?
I don't know. Sometimes it takes days. Sometimes it takes nothing. Are you still how long is it taking for you?
This one I posted this morning.
It sometimes takes a while. I can show you right now. Let me just get Rumble edition going.
No, it's just knowing that it takes a while is fine.
It usually does take a while. My live streams don't. It's more like the rendering takes a while. But if I go to holy shit, we got some followers, more followers. We're like 697 away from 1,000.
Nice.
Yeah, but see, even I can't get it the full amount, right? Because I've been looking for dimensions. So when I figure out that, I'll I'll resize yours in the proper banner backsplash banner for this.
Gotcha.
Yeah, well, Rumble is definitely promising because we can actually see here. We're live right here. We've 54. That'll probably go up. But then we have 70. I'm doing
yeah.
These are all live streams. My live streams on YouTube do not do these numbers.
Fortnite. People like your Fortnite.
Yeah, I think it's more I'm using the Nintendo covers, and I try to use, because it is an Attack on Titan season right now, so I try to make it look like an anime game cover. That took a few hours to make. I love doing it. That's Pick Monkey. Pick Monkey. That was done in Pick Monkey for Mags. Pick Monkey. Yeah, some of them are Pick Monkeys, some of them aren't. Most of these are Pick Monkeys, but yeah, these ones are my favorite. See, some of them don't even get videos. Don't get real much traction. I've noticed.
Right.
It's really hard. So the live streams is where it's at because I have a higher chance of being on the front page. Yeah.
Very cool.
Very cool indeed. Yeah, man. No, honestly, I appreciate it. It's been a while since we've actually sat down and just chilled, so I'm glad it was beneficial on both. I'm actually very grateful.
No, it's always good to chat.
It is.
You're a good man.
Don't say that. Don't say that. You'll jinx me, and I'll wake up a woman in a red dress. Don't fucking.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'll be, why are all these hands all over me? And I'll have the flashback of a dagger. Don't want that shit. No. But yeah, I won't keep you too long. Oh God, I won't keep you too long, man. But I appreciate your time and just doing this.
No, thank you. Now I gotta figure out how to repost an image on Rumble because I'm not used to finding it. Don't go out of your way. I'll figure it out on my own. That way I know how to do it.
You go to my channels, and then you click on, and then you'll see edits and stuff, and that's where you can change your logo and your backsplash.
Oh, there it is. Don't make it easy on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just on Rumble and I wouldn't know. Steven, don't be so nice next time. Okay.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
Thank you, Will Ferrell. To make sure you wake up a man, don't drink Bud Light.
Now I'm gonna have to work on it because it's like a small little view, so I'll probably put it in my own little video editor and
crop it. Yeah,
yeah.
I'll find that right now. Hold on.
No,
Rumble, dude, it's not gonna hurt me to Google backsplash dimensions. It keeps saying the preferred size is 900 by 200. I don't believe that, not in the slightest.
Everyone.
That's not what I was looking for. Rumble, thumbnail, and backsplash. So what's the size?
Stay away from Tranheiser-Busch.
All right, so hold on a second. That's saying 2900 by 300? That doesn't make sense. Oh, let's try this right now. Pick. Okay, wrong one. Okay, so edit image, blank canvas. 29 by 300. That does not. Okay, hold on. Let's see if that's actually true. Computer. Come on, you stupid. Stupid channel art. What the fuck? It's got to be higher up, right where I was doing shit earlier. Yeah, because Valiants are almost done. Where the fuck is it? See, if mine fits, I'll know. If it doesn't fit, then I'm screwed. Alright, give me my Photoshop quickly, and I'll go back to open recent, FN channel art. Where's FN channel art? Channel art, there we go. File, export as hi FS art Rumble. Let's see if this works. Minimize this.
I'm gonna beat you to it.
Okay, 2900 by 300, maybe. I don't know.
It works.
Exactly.
It goes from just beyond the little Rumble triangle all the way up to my icon on the right.
So 2900 by 300 works.
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to eventually resize one for you that does work.
No, I did it. I resized it.
Why am I terrified?
Oh, take a look at it. I'm gonna go back and crop the top just a teeny bit, but if you go to my Rumble site, you'll see it.
I don't know.
You'll have it in just a sec.
No, I don't have it.
Just I missed the crop on the top by just a fraction. I'll be able to fix that.
I'll see right now mine works. Yeah, it actually does work. But that's not 29. Yeah, that's okay. So 2900 by 300 is the real one. Just resizing it will have to be the problem. So can I do that in Photoshop? Is there an image resize? Let's try 2900 by 300 and go. Oh. Wait, did it do the whole thing? Wait. Wait a minute. Edit. Image rotation, trim, reveal, apply image variables, image size, canvas size. Oh, check Control Z. Is it still being a pain in the ass?
What, me? My end?
No.
I was busy cropping that thing to get that top part done. And there it is. Ah, beautiful. Thank you, sir.
So it does work?
It works great. It's right on my. Once I did that little crop on the top, there you go.
Shit. So
follow the blue lines.
So I get to export this.
Everyone in chat, thank you for dropping by.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully bread and circus worked for you.
Brandon Circus, right?
Bread and circus needed to be entertained.
Ah yes, without the peanuts.
And I got a couple likes on your new banner on Twitter already.
Oh, goody. I'll have more people like, why? Oh, that just made it really tiny. That's not what, yeah, that did not work the way I wanted it to. Oh my god, yeah. Stretching this out is definitely going to be a pain.
Twitter's a little tighter fit.
Yeah, that there's one there. There's ways to switch it and just crop in and stuff. You sound very excited now.
I am.
Until you get a whole bunch of graphics artists in your DMs going, I can make you an art for only $600, and I can get you emojis and emoticons and all that shit.
Oh, I get all that stuff already. You get these. We see that you write books. We can get you all kinds of people to review your book. Yeah, right. They probably could, but
doesn't look clean. But okay, I'll probably fix it later. All right. Well, let's call it a night. You got anything you want to promote or say to these people in the chat?
Nah, they've heard everything already.
Oh, okay.
Just you want a good book to read, buy my stuff. If you want to know how to get them, go to my YouTube channel, look up the ISBN numbers, because for some reason both Amazon and Barnes & Noble changed their hot links, and one day you can find it, the next day you can't. So just go by the ISBN numbers.
Hey, Does. If you are members, buy my merch. If you are members, remember to check out what the question that's on there. It's not a poll. It's about the S Legion and switching some of the channel member names to S Legion. So I think we're probably gonna put a new logo in for some stuff. But Dega, thank you for your time, man. You are a trooper.
Thank you. It's awesome. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
So, no, you know, I'm here for you whenever you need it. So, do my
Appreciate
best.
that. Yeah. Now go enjoy the Mandalorian.
Not gonna watch it. I don't watch. I gave up on Disney with the second movie that Disney did. Just like,
Oh, Last Jedi. Yes, everyone likes Last Jedi.
I no, I'm done. So,
All right, let's call it a night.
yes, absolutely. Good night, folks. Thank you for having me again, and all yours.
Oh yeah, that does look pretty good. And with everything else, y'all in the chat, thank you. If you're watching the replay, just watch the replay. Just smash the like. Just give me your attention. Rumble, we'll see you tomorrow morning. I think we'll either do more Final Fantasies, the intergrade, or we'll jump in with Alien Isolation. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, it's been fun.
It has.
And with that, I'm trying to find. Oh, I'm trying to find the exit button. Where's the exit button? It's end stream.